Welcome to another Ice Guys Live Stanley Cup Final Betcast. Ian Cameron with you. Alex B. Smith will be joining me momentarily before the puck drop of Game 1, which is still about 10, 12 minutes away, 15 minutes away, whatever the fuck it is. I mean, I know it's going to be 8:15, 8:20 Eastern time. In and around that time is when we will have opening puck drop for Game 3 tonight of the Stanley Cup Finals. So it is on the way, and we're just going to get you ready for puck drop and, of course, take you through the entire game as we always do here on the Ice Guys Live Betcast with, of course, live betting, analysis, lots of drinking. I'm already into it, as you can tell right now. Hamilton Bulldogs making me drink for other reasons, but that's another story. Definitely a great night ahead and a very fascinating game ahead here tonight. This is where we're going to find out if we have a Stanley Cup Final Series that's going to be worth a Tinker's Dam, on our hands, essentially. We're going to find that out here in the next 3 hours, and we're going to find out if we're going to have any sort of series that's going to be compelling and maybe interesting and could be lengthy and competitive. We'll find that out tonight because we've never seen in the last 2-3 years the Tampa Bay Lightning look as horrendous as they were made to look in Game 2 by the Colorado Avalanche. And as we stated on the Ice Guys show earlier today, the stats bear it out even more than the 7-0 final score about just how much the Colorado Avalanche dominated the Tampa Bay Lightning in that hockey game in terms of high danger chances, in terms of scoring chances, in terms of puck possession, all of those numbers, all of them in the favor of the Colorado Avalanche. Tampa Bay has got to flip the script. Let's first talk injuries, and then I'll recap everything that I've currently locked in as far as betting is concerned. But the main news so far is that Braden Point is out for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we kind of thought that could be the case. He re-aggravated. We assume it was the leg injury that he re-aggravated in Game 2. It sure looked like it to me. And as a result, he is not in tonight, which means Tampa Bay will be going with Andre Palat, Steven Stamkos, Nikita Kucherov, still intact as the top line. How about this? And we'll get to this in props in just a second. Brandon Hagel has been pushed up to the second line for the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. He'll play on the left wing side of that second line alongside Anthony Cirelli and Alex Killorn. So that is what we are looking at for Tampa Bay in terms of the second line. So Hagel going up, and that's significant props-wise to what I bet just before face-off. Added props based on that information. Ross Colton, Nick Paul, Corey Perry, the third line, Pat Maroon, Fat Pat, as Ray Bryce, our good friend, calls him, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, and Riley Nash into the lineup on the fourth line. The defense, Hedman, Ruda, McDonough and Chernak, Sergachev and Bogosian, your six defensemen and your three pairs there. Vasilevsky, of course, in net. And for the Colorado Avalanche tonight, it looks like we once again will have no Girard and Kadri. Kadri's with the team in Tampa Bay, but he will not make his return tonight. We also have Andrei Burakovsky, who was an offensive spark for Colorado in the first two games, overtime winner in Game 1, 2 points in the first period of Game 2, including a goal, out for tonight due to an injury. So, again, we're talking about day-to-day with him, but he will not play tonight for the Colorado Avalanche. So with that in mind, their forward lines are Landeskog, McKinnon, and Nichushkin. You knew that top line wasn't going to get altered, not with the way they've played so far here in these playoffs and especially in this series. Arturi Lehkonen will move up to the second line on the left wing side to take the spot of the injured Andrei Burakovsky. He will be with JT Compher and Mikko Rantanen on the second line. Andrew Cogliano, Darren Helm, and Logan O'Connor, the third line, and Alex Newhook, Nico Sturm, Nicholas Obey-Kubel, the fourth line for the Colorado Avalanche. And on defense, Devon Taves, Cale Makar, as usual, the top pair, Jack Johnson and Josh Manson, the second pair, Bowen Byram, Eric Johnson, the third pairing, and Darcy Kemper, of course, back in net for Colorado. All right, pregame bets, as I mentioned on the Ice Guys show today, Tampa Bay first period, -110, which is also my show best bet from earlier today. I think you've got, if you're going to see Tampa Bay at their best, it's got to be early. It's got to be soon. It's got to be quickly. It's got to be fast. It's got to be smart. It's got to be a goal right early. That's my Desiree impression, if you don't know what I mean. 90s hit, one hit wonder. But I digress. Tampa Bay minus 110 in the first period. For me, it's got to be early. The Tampa Bay shows up, brings it. And no slow starts, no getting behind the 8 ball, no giving up a goal in the first two periods or in the first 10 minutes of this game. You've got to be ready to go from the opening puck drop. So I'm on them in the first, smaller on them in the full game, but I'm also on Colorado team total over 2.5 minus 146. I said that number is just amazing to me, considering Colorado is 7-0. 7-0 on the road in the playoffs and have scored at least 3 goals in every road playoff game here for the Avalanche so far. So I couldn't believe the team total was 2.5, and we'll go with that as well. Player props, get ready. We've got a bunch. Let's start with the Colorado player props. Arturi Lehkonen to get a point, even money, plus 100. Arturi Lehkonen to score a goal, plus 400. I thought that was a phenomenal price. Arturi Lehkonen to score a goal, plus 400. Especially now that he's on the second line. We know we're on Big Val Nichushkin. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Val Nichushkin to score a point, minus 130, to get a goal, plus 250, and over 3 shots on goal, minus pretty much even money, plus 100, minus 105 for Big Val. McKinnon to score the first goal at 10-1. I took a shot with that because I think he's due to find, like, they won the first 2 games, Colorado, and he didn't score a goal. You know, that's not going to continue indefinitely. Score a first goal 10-1, to score 2 or more goals 11-1. Just some small sprinkles with those 2 for McKinnon. A bigger bet for me on McKinnon over 4.5 shots on goal at minus 140. Cale Makar to get an assist, minus 130. Special credit to Curtis, our special guest today, who recommended that. I do like that one. Makar over 3 shots on goal, and a small sprinkle on plus 285 goal score prop for him. Andre Palat to get a point, minus 130. You know it. We've been riding this, and especially at home, he has scored a point in every home playoff game so far. We're getting in on Steven Stamkos tonight. 4 Stamkos props for me. To score a goal, plus 160. To score the first goal of the hockey game, 12-1. Stamkos to score the first goal. I think, if Tampa's going to score first, not many better candidates than him. The captain, the guy that called out his team after game 2, he, I would think, is going to try to lead by example tonight. So Stamkos' first goal of the game, 12-1. Stamkos to score a power play point, plus 135. Stamkos over 3 shots on goal, minus 120. Corey Perry to score a goal, plus 500. To get a point, plus 160. Perry to get a power play point, plus 320. And Perry over 1.5 shots on goal, plus 100. Hedman to score a power play point, plus 155. And a small sprinkle to score a goal, plus 425. And Hedman over 2.5 shots on goal, minus 140. Nikita Kucherov, like I said, I think Nikita Kashersky, our Sunday guest, could have had a better stat line and more of an impact than Nikita Kucherov in game 2. I think Kucherov will be better tonight. Score a goal, plus 170. First goal, 11-1. Power play point, even money, plus 100. Over 3 shots on goal, minus 120. Those are my Kucherov props. Nick Paul to get a point, plus 140. Nick Paul to get a goal, plus 425. That's been a wheelhouse prop bet for me. Small sprinkles on Colton point, plus 175, and goal, plus 425. And these are late additions, these last 3 for Tampa Bay. Based on the lineup combos and Brandon Hagel getting second line elevation, we're on Brandon Hagel over 1.5 shots on goal, minus 120. Brandon Hagel to get a point, plus 170. And Brandon Hagel to score a goal, plus 425. So there you go. Hope you wrote that all down. That is what we are looking at here tonight for the props, sides, and totals pregame. And I'm sure we'll be looking at certain things while the game is going on as well. But players are still not quite ready. They're not ready to drop the puck. I think the puck's going to be dropped probably 8:20 is probably when we're going to get this game started. But no question about it. It's going to be, they're going to need to be loud, this Amalie Arena crowd. They're going to have to be strong. They're going to have to be ready for their team in the very early going here of game 3, and give them that emotional boost and that emotional lift that they are hoping for. But at the same point in time, as I said on Sunday, yesterday, or on Sunday's show, yesterday, it can't just be, emotional lift and emotional boost from the home crowd alone. You've actually got to show on the ice with your play that you're ready to handle this Colorado Avalanche team. Certainly, you're going to be emotionally uplifted by the fans. There's no question about that. But at the same time, you've got to absolutely be able to show, that you're going to be able to handle this team. And we have not seen that from Tampa Bay. And are we convinced home ice is going to completely change things and make things all that much better for Tampa? I'll be honest, not necessarily. I know from experience they can do it. I know from experience they can overcome a bad first 2 games on the road, return home, and even up the series. But doing that against the New York Rangers is not the same thing as trying to do that here tonight against the Colorado Avalanche, or in this series against the Colorado Avalanche. So to me, it's a big task, and it's now going to be a question of, are they ready, to handle that task? Are they ready to get the job done? Looks like in terms of this game here, Alex, by the way, is joining us here in a couple of minutes. We're looking forward to that. Again, I'm looking for plus price value here with so many of these props tonight for game 3. Especially the Tampa Bay side. And like I say, Brandon Hagel is going to be someone to watch out for now for the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. One of those players where when you see him get elevated to the second line, it automatically turns a light bulb on in your brain, and you say, you know what? John Cooper obviously puts faith in him, puts trust in him, and if you actually look at the way he's played here in the playoffs so far, he has been noticeable, when he's been out there on the ice. So it's going to be interesting to see how that move pays off. He's going to be playing with Killorn and Cirelli on that line. It's funny, he's playing with 2 guys that have done jack shit, offensively most of the play. Cirelli's been terrific defensively. Actually, I shouldn't say that about Cirelli. Cirelli has been able to contribute a little bit offensively, especially in the earlier rounds. He, in terms of not so much scoring goals, but definitely, chipping in some points at least. It's Alex Killorn who's just not been able to do squat offensively here so far for the Tampa Bay Lightning in these playoffs. I mean, Killorn's been solid away from the puck. I don't think there's been anything wrong with his play defensively. But Alex Killorn is a top 6 forward, and at some point you expect him to, come on, man, put a point on the board. Can you please do that? Can you score? Could maybe get a puck off the rear end or something, or a puck off the shin pad, or a deflection goal, or maybe you just bunt the puck in, or it hits your skate and it goes in. Some kind of goal. How do you go this long when you're getting the minutes he does before he scores? That's going to end up being the big question here moving forward for Alex Killorn. He's had all kinds of opportunities to score goals, and he's gotten the minutes. He's had the top 6 forward responsibility, but it just hasn't gone in for him. His goal scoring drought entering game 3 of this Stanley Cup final tonight. I mean, holy shit, is it ever a long drought for Alex Killorn? I'm looking back on it. My goodness, he doesn't have a goal in the postseason. 2 games against Colorado, the Rangers series, the Florida series, the Toronto series. He does not have anything offensively for this Tampa Bay Lightning team. So, that's the one little fly in the ointment with Brandon Hagel's props tonight on the second line. He's playing with a guy who hasn't done squat offensively on his line. So that's going to be interesting to see if Hagel can produce with, a defensive-minded center in Cirelli, who's really taken more of an onus at that end of the ice, and Killorn, who can't put a puck in the ocean right now. I mean, those are his 2 line mates. He's not exactly playing with Palat and Stamkos and Kucherov, is he? Or Nick Paul, who's at least giving you some offense. Or Corey Perry, who's capable of flipping the switch offensively at any given moment. Haven't seen that from Alex Killorn. And Cirelli's more of a defensive forward at this point here in the Stanley Cup final. So that's going to be the issue, but he's up on the second line. He's going to get minutes. He's going to get opportunities. So we'll see if he is able to contribute here in this one. I believe we've got my buddy, my betting partner, if you will, Keith, trying to join us here on the bet. I don't know if his video and his audio is working, but I see him in the studio. So we'll see if he's coming on in a minute or two. Melissa Cunningham, by the way, is joining us later on. It's great to have Melissa back on the Betcast. She'll be joining us later. We know she gave birth earlier this year, and congratulations again to her. I know we've said it a million times, but yeah, she's a new mom this year. She hasn't been able to be around as much on our shows and watching the shows or joining us on the Betcast. So Melissa's going to join us a little bit later on tonight. That'll be good. Speaking of joining us, Alex B. Smith, great to see him. Alex, we'll start with the obvious. I mean, I want to bring it up, but I know it was a tough Father's Day weekend. First Father's Day without your dad. I know it had to have been difficult. I know I was thinking about you yesterday, knowing I'm sure how tough it was, but we're glad to see you and looking forward to you being with us here on this betcast tonight.
Yeah, great for everybody. Glad to be on tonight, and it was a tough weekend, and thank you, and thank everybody who did message me and reached out with some kind words and stuff. It's tough, and it's kind of ironic because my dad didn't really care much about Father's Day. Usually it's always on a Sunday, so normally he worked most of those days. We never took a day off and went out to dinner or anything and stuff. But thinking of him for sure, especially with watching all this hockey over the weekend. So. But yes, thanks everybody for that. And now we got the game 3 going on right now. So let's
absolutely. We just dropped the puck there, and there's Keith joining us here on the betcast too. Welcome in, Keith. What's up?
Cheers, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Keith played university hockey, by the way, many years ago. Lakehead, Tampa Bay, Ontario. Thunder Bay, Thunder Bay, Ontario. I haven't drank that much yet. Slow down. Don't go there, anybody.
We've been saying Tampa Bay. Only 25,000 times in the last 2 months. So
and the Tampa Bay Lightning, thunder and lightning. So no wonder I got all fucked up in the head. Yeah, Thunder Bay, Ontario. Yeah.
All right. Good stuff.
All right, we're underway here in the first period of game 1. Let's see if Tampa Bay has that push early on that we're kind of hoping they will. Vito, if I'll send you the link, Vito, if you want to join us. I know sometimes you're tired. You just want to. It is freaking 3 a.m. in Latvia right now, or whatever it is. But Vito, you're welcome to join us, of course, on the betcast if you want. We got Melissa joining us later. So everybody joining us in. Hit the like button. If anybody in the chat wants to join us, just send me a DM. I'll send you the link for it, or email me as well, and I'll send you the link for the betcast. But a good opening shift, guys, for Tampa Bay here in this one. It's what I like to see. It's what you want to see for this team down 2-0. So, Alex, let's start with you first. Then we'll get Keith's bets that he likes, bets that he made before the game started. But, Alex, for you, what do you like?
Yeah, only thing I'm on is the first period over. I got it 1.5 minus $1.20. The key is that Tampa Bay, they're not going to slow down Colorado. You can contain Colorado for a certain amount of time. And if they can contain them early and try to get a goal early, keep them on their heels, that's going to be the key for them. So they have to kind of ride their momentum, and they have to play this first period like a third period almost in my eyes to kind of get things rolling. So that's why I went with the first period over, because if they don't do that and they give up a goal to Colorado, I still got a good shot at cashing the bet. I didn't want to go with any Tampa specific first period props.
Yeah, Big Ragu, Doc, good to see you. Doc, join us on the betcast. I'll send you the link, my friend. You're cheering for Tampa Bay. Get on here if you're available. Doc, my old friend from Pub Sports Radio. We do college football show there during the fall and the winter. So, Doc, if you're around, join us. I'll send you the link. Happy to have you on the betcast if you want to join. Oh, Connor Mack, I got to send him the link too. Connor Mack might be joining us later on as well for the Barrios disaster. Dennis Garcia. Oh, that's music to my ears, my friend. Keep on shitting the bed if you're Jose Barrios tonight for the Toronto Blue Jays. We got the strongest.
Tim Anderson come back with a base hit. So
strongest night bet for me in baseball is that Jays White Sox over. So we're hoping for good things with that. Keith, hockey wise, game 3 here. Oh, great stop! Couple of great stops there by Kemper. Wow, terrific couple of saves there, and a good push by Tampa. Just haven't been able to find the back of the net yet. But, Keith, hockey bets, what did you take before the game?
Yeah, so for me, I took I followed the lead on the 2.5 for Avs over total team goals. I took the game over 5.5 as well. I just think, Colorado. Well, I'm a big Colorado lean guy. I think Tampa might win this one, but they aren't going to win without a fight, that's for sure. And if Colorado's putting up at least 3, might be a 4-3 win in overtime there. Something's wrong with Hedman, so I found I think that's good plus money on the under 2.5 shots. I know the last game he hit the over, but I think it was 4 or 5 games before. He just didn't have it. He wasn't getting shots on goal and stuff like that. So I took the plus money there tonight. And then that's all I got in so far.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, Hedman. I'm telling you what, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not. I'm dead serious when I said it today and yesterday on the Ice Guys show. They made Hedman look like a guy that just got called up from the AHL in the first two games. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. That's not funny. That's serious. That's the way he played, and that's the way Colorado made him play in the first two games of this series. I mean, it was shocking to see that. This is a Norris Trophy surefire candidate and nominee every year, and Colorado's making him look like a chump out there. Seriously, in the first two games, he was terrible.
The thing. Tampa Bay, I mean, they don't really have any true real weaknesses, but if you had to pick one out, it would be the blue line, right? I mean, they have the best goalie in the world. Their top four lines are rock solid. Their special teams has been maybe up and down, but their blue line is what can be beat, and the way that the speed and the skill that Colorado has, they've been kind of picking apart that blue line more so than it is Vasilevsky. I mean, Vasilevsky's given up some soft goals, especially we saw in game 2, but that blue line has been with getting kind of chipped away at so far in these first couple of games.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Hedman's battling an injury too. Like he's not as dominant as what he was in the regular series.
I'm glad to see Point out. I mean, it's unfortunate, but like I talked about in the last series and talked about with other teams during the playoffs, as good as a player can be, if you aren't playing at your fullest potential and you can't, go and give all you can, then you're better off on the bench and let somebody who's healthier play. And I think that seems to be the case with Point. He's clearly not fully healthy from whatever it is he's dealing with. And, for him being out, I think that's more of a plus because, he's an important player. He's going to get those important minutes. But if he can't contribute, then, you're skating with, essentially a half of a player or, one less player. So good call by Cooper and the squad to maybe sit him down and just give a fresher body a shot.
Yep. Good start, though, for the Lightning. There's no doubt. It's been a good push from them early on. Bruce Park in the chat says he's taken Tampa first period at plus 150, minus a half. Never mind the money line, this extra security of a push if it's tied. He's going for the jugular here.
It's what I did. It's what I did in Game 3 of the conference final. Like I said, normally in a spot like this with Tampa Bay's history.
What a marvelous stop by Vasilevsky! Oh my fucking God! Wow, what a save! Right off the face-off. It was just a wobbling puck from the point. And there's the save. And Comfer is what a stop by Vasilevsky. He got the toe of the right skate on it. Comfer knows he's going to think about that. Man, if I raise that puck and elevate it, I've got a goal here. But still, that's an outstanding save for a guy that desperately needed a big early stop.
And Comfrey got all of that with the stick to that. It wasn't just a rolled off and he made it save. That was a great shot, a great backhanded shot, and an even better save by Vasilevsky.
Yeah, it was. Oh, terrific job. See, Comfort's great defensively. He just thwarted a rush for Tampa going the other way. That's what he's capable of doing. So great to see that, no doubt. So I'll tell you what, Tampa Bay had a good first few shifts. You could argue, though, that was the best chance of the game right there, what Comfort just had for Colorado. And
that shot from Makar went off of Hedman's chest and redirected there. I'm just looking at the replay.
It did. That was just a crazy pinball type shit there. Pinball puck, if you will.
Yeah, throw anything on it. It's the playoffs.
Yeah. So as I said, and Keith joined us, thinking back to when he played in university hockey, I'm getting my bays mixed up. And of all things, Tampa Bay Thunder Bay, and Thunder is like part of the Tampa Bay Lightning, moniker. Yeah, it's like, geez, no wonder I got all mixed up there.
Slightly different weather patterns, I would presume, between Tampa Bay and Thunder Bay.
Yeah, slightly different tax brackets too.
Yeah. Right.
Oh. Man alive. Wow. I just want to make sure everybody's seen what's just transpired. Wow. We have ourselves a 1-0 Colorado goal. Big Val Nichushkin has done it again for the Colorado Avalanche, and he didn't even get all of that. That was an off-speeder, that shot from Val Nichushkin.
I think that was a deflection off the D-man.
Yeah. John Cooper's looking at it for a potential offside. It was close, but I think he just got back onside if you look at the replay.
Knuckle puck? Literally.
Oh, that is offside.
It was a knuckle puck. Yep, like a flutter ball, an off speeder, as I said. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Didn't get all of it, or took a
deflection. That's going to be offside. If they challenge it, that's offside. That's no goal. It's not as close as that Makar one against Edmonton.
Right.
Remember that one where we all thought for sure it was offside?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, obviously his goal, like I said, more likely to be coming back. But did anybody at all even think about looking at Nichushkin for Conn Smythe? I mean, he had big goals throughout the postseason. Obviously, he was not in the lead for numbers wise, but I mean, the way he's come on in this conference final and now in the Cup final, he might be right up there with McKinnon and Makar.
Like when does he start to get legit Conn Smythe consideration? Like, what more does he have to do right now?
I don't know. I mean, he's playing with arguably one of the two best top 10 forwards in the league.
See, it's very close, and you know what? If they feel that it's
you can see some white. I think that's getting called off.
I don't know, because you know what? I see exactly what you're saying too. But the fact that he's in the middle of a shot motion, well, that's gonna be tough.
But that doesn't matter though.
Listen, I know I would call it offsides. I'm just saying based on what I've seen with some of these challenges.
And it's because they ruled it a goal. It's that same old shit like in NFL and any other sport. It's irrefutable, indisputable video
and
evidence.
The linesman is right there waving. The linesman's right there, and he waved it. So that might stand.
It's tricky.
Might stand.
He was a little bit behind him there.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about an important early video review call, especially for Tampa, which needs something good to happen.
Once again, Ian, you touched on it earlier. I watched the show and I talked about it with the Makar, questionable call, which I said it looked like he let up and was still onside. The awareness they have of where they are on the ice to the T of literally line to line, point to point is incredible. Yeah. That's just, I mean, that's mastery at work. If he was able to just, brace himself enough to keep that puck within, which, like I said, which
again, we know this is a smart ass hockey team when it comes to hockey IQ.
I mean, it's
knowing where each other are.
It's a dog hair away from being offsides or onside.
Yeah. I
don't think that's enough to overturn it.
Yeah, it may not.
Because the linesman is right. I mean, the linesman's right over it. That's
tough.
Well, we have breaking good news for Alex B. Smith. The Cubs are losing 7-0.
Oh, wonderful! And the Wolves are up 3-0 in Game 2 of the Calder Cup final as well. So very nice. Both good things here.
Yeah.
No, they're up 3-0 now.
Who?
The Wolves.
Oh, the Chicago Wolves. Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
AHL finals.
5-on-3 or something like that.
Too. And a 5-on-3, yeah.
Yeah, Alex is
a tough one in overtime yesterday, 5-4, coming right back. So.
Alex lives in Minnesota, but a true blue Chicago when it comes to his sports teams, and
indeed, yeah.
Well, come on, guys, it's time to make a decision. See, this I don't like. It's dragging on too long.
You know what? No, take all the time you need. This is humongous for both sides. I have no problem with them taking all the time they need right now, because this dictates the entire series.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to dictate my over/under on the 2.5.
I got over 1.5 in the first period. I think somebody got Nichushkin first goal in the chat. They said.
There it is. Yep, offside.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, the last couple of shots they showed. Yep.
Yeah.
Did kind of look offside. Yep, but it was close. But did they have the 100% evidence? Yeah. There's one angle there. It really did look. Yeah.
You have to take that much time and get that call right. You can't afford to mess that up.
Yeah, that's just enormous. And for Tampa Bay, that's a lifeline for them.
They got to turn around. Right now, Lightning -120 to get the goal.
We know momentum. These live bets, Keith. One things we look at is momentum. in a game. You know, when something like that happens, you get a call to go your way. Look at what it does for you the very next shift. Look at they're buzzing again, Tampa now.
However, I like to paraphrase the old Rasheed Wallace quote of "Ball don't lie, puck don't lie," and you know Colorado can just easily turn around and get that goal right back in a clean fashion. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
They don't need many chances to score. We found that out clearly. Colorado, yeah. See everybody on the bench now. Look at they're all perked up a little bit now after that no goal call. And hey guys, let's go. We're okay. We're okay. That's probably what they're all saying. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could probably just feel the momentum too in the arena. Like people are just ready to go.
You can get plus 140 for over 1.5 first period if you haven't jumped in on it already.
Yeah, exactly. You're seeing that drop now.
Might be last call for that because I think we might see a goal from somebody in the next couple minutes. So.
Yep. Bettman wants more games for more revenue. Rigged NHL. That too. That, you know, I did say earlier today there might be some more penalties on Colorado tonight. Just I'm not saying for sure there's a conspiracy theory, but that wouldn't shock me if there's a couple extra penalties on Colorado.
I mean,
and speak of the devil, right on cue, interference call, Colorado. You can't script that. I just said, watch out, maybe some more penalties on Colorado, and there you go.
I just took another small shot. I got plus 150 for the first period over now.
Straight out of Comfort, crazy motherfucker named JT. Yeah. Oh, they're going to call interference, cross-check, one or the other. Yeah, interference. Yep. There's a weak cross-check, so yeah, definitely more interference than cross-checking.
This is a must-score power play for Tampa.
Up 2-run home run Blue Jays, 2-1 Blue Jays. So that 1-0 lead for the White Sox lasted very. Lance Lynn, man.
Well, he is coming back from the injury. Yeah, it's a tough injury for him to come back from.
Yeah,
he's not.
How about exactly. Pittsburgh's up 7-0.
Yeah, I like that. We talked about it. Someone's got to hit one of these shitty pitchers in that game tonight.
Well, yeah, the Cubs are getting just destroyed.
Yep. And like I say, that's music to Alex's ears. That's some of the best things words he could ever hear in his life, right there.
As a White Sox fan, the best thing next to a White Sox win is a Cubs loss.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. They hate each other, and he was in Chicago at Wrigley last week. This guy. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was my first ever MLB game. It was actually quite entertaining. The Padres spanked them.
It's a historic venue. It's a historic venue. There's a lot to do around the ballpark and different things, and you know.
Yeah. No, it's a good spot. There's lots of stuff going on.
And that's the thing. There's more other things going on than you know the baseball, and the baseball kind of falls by the wayside.
You guys notice that both Stamkos and Kucherov line was shots on goal was 3.5. So Stamkos moved up.
Yeah, Stamkos was 3.5. I know FanDuel had 3, but it was minus 122. So you could have either gone 3 minus 122 or 3.5 at like even money plus 110, depended on what book you were looking at. But yeah, they're definitely not 2.5 anymore.
No, it moved up because he's at home.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. Tampa doesn't score on this power play. I think Colorado ends up getting the first goal of the game.
And there we go. That's momentum play again. That's what we look at for a lot of these, especially the next goal. Next goal bets are all, momentum. You bet momentum swings more than anything. And look, if Colorado gets a road kill here, as I love that Chris Cuthbert says that when the road team gets a penalty kill. Great road kill. Yeah.
I mean, look at the
Eric Johnson
right there.
Yeah. See, this is momentum lost. This the first part of this power play was all right, but that last part of it, they too easy to clear the zone for the Avs.
Oh man.
Oh, they're going to get Palat, I think, for high sticking here.
Yeah, and it looked like he knocked 2 teeth out, unless those were already gone.
I need you to be getting points, not pims.
Oh man, is that
Andre? More points, less pims. Let's go. Yeah, you got to be more in control with your stick than that.
He got 2 teeth knocked out, but he didn't start bleeding. So I don't know if those were real or.
Yeah,
it's
also why it was only 2 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. That I saw they showed his face right away before the replay. So
I find it hilarious that the rule stipulates high sticking that draws blood is 4 minutes, but it knocks a couple chiclets out. It's only 2 if there's no blood. How does that work? Yeah.
Listen, I've always said it. If I was a player and I was a guy who was getting constantly beat up physically or whatever, I'd be chewing the inside of my mouth all the time. And first hit I get, hey, that's 2 extra minutes. So be it.
Just biting the inside of your lip.
Yeah.
Some guys do it. Depending if you want to wake up the next morning with a canker sore or not.
Yeah, I mean,
what's more annoying?
The price you pay,
Yeah.
All right, we have our first TV timeout here. So 4-on-4, and then it's going to be a Colorado power play after that. This is already a big moment for Tampa.
Yeah.
Ricardo's talking some trash.
Oh, and my Cubs may be shit, but I love to see the Sox continue to disappoint. Okay, Ricardo. That's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Sox have been awful too. So
yeah. Now, see, Alex isn't a freaking blindfolded White Sox fan. If they suck, he'll say they suck.
Yeah, they've been terrible. Yeah, we're supposed to be a World Series contender. We're far from that right now. So
yeah, disappointing. Yeah. I agree. Yep.
Nowhere close.
Yeah.
The bullpen's been disappointed.
Well, and no one can say healthy.
Yeah, and
I mean that's yeah.
I mean, they got patchwork lineups. They got guys like freaking Burger. Where's my burger?
Well, the burger's been legit for them so far. But I mean, we get Tim Anderson back, we lose Yohan Moncada. We get Lance Lynn back, then Kopech gets hurt, and now he's struggling. So it's just been a revolving door of injuries all year long, and that it's hard for anybody to win with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at the Yankees. Last year the Yankees had injury troubles, and they were terrible. This year they're all healthy. They're the best team in baseball. So
yeah. Well, they're a machine right now. They're a rocket launcher every night. Although tonight, McClanahan for the Rays has held them to 1 run after 5 innings. That's pretty damn good against what the Yankees are doing right now.
Yeah.
Real deal asks why the White Sox aren't hitting.
Yeah, they have a terrible hitting coach for one. Because they have great hitters, but
seems like even more so than usual. If it's not a lefty on the mound, they're just not hitting the way we should.
And they're right. They're way too righty heavy, which is something they tried to address and couldn't figure out.
Yeah. Well, no, against Houston, they were pounding the ball against the righties.
A little bit.
Yeah, they'll have nights, but they were relying they're thinking like half the American League's left-handed starters. It's just not the case. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it's tough when you have a 162 game schedule. Consistency is the toughest thing about pro sports, right?
Yeah. And like I said, and when you have to shuffle the lineup because the guys getting hurt, so guys aren't getting in the rhythm in their spots and their counts and so forth. So there's a lot to it, obviously, and there's still a lot of baseball left to be played. It's a bad division. Everybody in the division is bad. Even the Twins, are susceptible to getting caught in first place. So. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
If they were in another division, White Sox would be fucked. If they're in the division they're in,
yeah. Any of the 4 teams below Minnesota right now in the Central would be in 4th or 5th place in another division.
Yeah,
I mean the NL West is stronger than the AL Central.
Yeah,
how often can you say that?
No. So. Big Ragu makes a good point. You're right. Even the lefty magic ran out for them. Yeah, I know that because I really like the White Sox. That. I was on Jimmy the Bag show on Friday. Just White Sox on Friday. They're facing Framber Valdez, the lefty. They're going to crush him. They mash lefties. And what the fuck did they do that night? Zip.
Yep. And Giolito lays an egg. Yep. Yeah.
They do. Yeah, they're even prone. Yeah.
And Giolito's not the ace anymore. Dylan Cease is by far the ace in that rotation.
Yeah. All right, so the 4-on-4 is over, and now Colorado's on the power play for 1:19 here.
And I have Colorado to score next at even money. So.
All right, there it is, first live bet. I haven't bet a live bet yet, so
I grabbed it during the 4-on-4.
Right now.
I grabbed it.
Did anybody hear all the friggin' pregame bets I have? Yeah, now you know why I don't have a live bet yet. We've got enough going on right now. Trust me. I mean, anybody that sees my emails where I send out the props, I've got enough bets in place right now. All right, here we go. Power play. McCarr quarterbacking it as usual.
Yeah, I'd be
Look at
fine
it.
with-
Rebound. There it is. Goal, Colorado. Power play
Nice.
goal.
Yeah.
Gabe Landeskog gets the loose change.
And like I said, puck don't lie.
Nope. Let's do a
They're
little
so
Craig.
automatic,
Let's do a little
it's
Craig
crazy.
Laughlin analysis here. That's a great goal there by Gabe Landeskog. He gets the puck with his stick there. Big backhand there by Landeskog for the big goal for the Avs. 1-0 in this game game 3. I got a text from Alsner after the show we did with him when I did that. He said, that was amazing, man.
Nice.
That makes me feel good. Carl Alsner gives me the thumbs up for
Right.
who's heard Craig Laughlin more than Carl Alsner over the years? He
Exactly.
played how many years in Washington? Yeah.
Real deal's fired up now. I think he's an Avs fan.
Yeah.
And now I
Yeah,
got
Real Deal Prime's a great person. He's in the chat of the Pub Sports radio shows I'm on, the Ice Guys, everything. So appreciate it.
now I'm in a good spot. I got minus 120 and plus 150 for over 1.5 first period as well. So just need one more goal now.
Yep. See, disappointing for the Tampa first period, no doubt. They're in big trouble with that now because they need 2, to win that. Although I can push still because I took money line with it, but it's good for the team total, which is over 2.5 for me at minus 146. I couldn't resist that. I just couldn't. I mean, with Colorado, what they've been doing. Now the crowd, you see, just after that one goal, crowd's a little more subdued.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it took. Yeah.
That's what you do on the road. You take out the team, you take out the crowd.
Yeah. Well, Perry's line is out now. Perry, Paul, and Colton.
They moved Perry up in the lineup for this game.
Perry's he's on the third line tonight with Paul and Colton. Perry.
Yeah.
They didn't actually move him up as much as I thought. Was he on the fourth line before? I did think there was.
Yeah,
one
he was
He
with
went from fourth
last
to
game
third,
with
yeah.
Maroon and I forget
That's
his
kind of
name.
stupid by
He
Cooper.
was
to put him on a
he was
fourth
taking
line.
shifts this morning with the second and the power play. I think at one point because they knew Point was going to be playing. So
Yeah.
we might see him get some power play time.
Very interesting. That's why I was actually a little surprised Perry didn't get the second line spot instead of Hagel, but he ended up going with Hagel.
Yeah.
Well, I just think because if you look at the D pairing that he's going to be up against, I think that's extremely tough for him. Like, I think this playoffs has just been too long for him. He's losing gas. He's losing steam. He's probably ready for this thing to be over anytime.
He's ready for his summer vacay, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Has played a shit ton of hockey. Think about all the mileage and all the years and all the playoff years that Corey Perry has played, since 2007 when he won a cup with Anaheim, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. From logging big minutes all those years in Anaheim to then even now being a third, fourth line guy, but playing 3 straight years going to the finals. That's a lot. That's a lot of minutes on the legs.
No. Oh, we got another power play to Tampa, I think, coming up. Yep, it's a penalty here to Colorado. It's going to Newhook. You know that saying, Keith? You played some hockey before. Fourth line takes a penalty. Take the number of minutes the fourth line is going to play the rest of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coaches don't like that. You go out there, you send your fourth line out. You want some energy. You want some forechecking. You want time in the offensive zone. Keep their guys off the score sheet, but don't take a penalty.
Josh Harrison has hit a home run for the Sox.
Yep. That's great. Keep it coming, boys. Keep those runs coming there at Chi-Town, the south side.
Wow. Okay.
3-2 White Sox, yeah.
That's like the first thing he's done with his bat all season. Nice.
Yep. Like I said, Keith, I really like that over with the Jays and the White Sox.
Wind blowing out and it's hot as hell there. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have the roof off of the dome, I guess? I'd imagine.
no, they're at Comiskey.
They're in Chicago.
Oh,
Chicago.
Chicago. Gotcha.
Southtown. South side. Southtown. Southtown is the Pub Sports Radio bar. Yeah. South side, yeah.
So, yeah. Good old
I did a
Bridgeport.
Tampa Bay Thunder Bay with that just now. South Side and South Town, yeah.
Or at least you weren't like John Miller on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball. Like South Chicago. Like South Chicago's a neighborhood that's like actually like almost toward Indiana. Like
Yeah. Yeah, you never say South Chicago, you say the South Side, yeah.
right. South side, north side, west side.
Yeah. So you like Chicago, Keith, right? Thumbs up to Chicago.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great city. There's lots to do. I mean, if you want to get lost in traffic, just go. It takes like an hour to go 9 miles.
Of course, yeah. Everything takes forever, but did you enjoy the food there? I'm sure you had all the classic fare. Right?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, no complaints. We went to Carmine's the one night, and I think I got the biggest chicken parm I've ever seen.
All right.
So yeah,
Nice.
no, it was good.
You get any Italian beef? Yeah.
No,
No,
I didn't. The majority of it was hotel food, except for when we went out to the game.
Oh, okay.
Across the Cubs game, we had that Mexican place after, and then Carmine's the following evening. I was only there for 2 nights, so.
I will say about Wrigleyville and Lincoln Park, I didn't frequent that area too often, but there are a lot of great restaurants and some cool bars around that area.
Yep.
The Kirkwood was a bar that I like. It's actually a University of Nebraska bar during college football season. Pretty cool spot.
Holy fuck, everything but score there for Tampa Bay right at the beginning of that power play.
Yeah, it looked
Stamkos
like
and Kucherov going on a fishing expedition looking for that puck, and neither one could find the bait didn't work.
like the warm up, the drill at the end of the warm ups with the backup right there. Everybody just crashed in the net and nothing.
Yeah,
Come on, Hedman, keep that
there's
fucking
your boy
puck
Perry
in.
on
What
the first
fuck,
line.
man? Easy keep in at the blue line, and he flubs it. See, I'm telling you, what's going on with this guy? You might be right, Keith. Something's fucked with him. Injury-wise, he's hurting. I don't know what. That's
Well, you look at Boston's squad, and they got, I forget if it was Boston or someone else, but I heard like they got like 6 or 7 guys getting like some sort of surgery or like.
Oh yeah, and then like serious surgery, like core muscle surgeries, shoulder surgeries. I mean,
it's crazy what these guys are playing through, and I mean, you're trying to put some money on these guys when half the time you don't even know what's going on versus the regular season. I just find it's much more predictable.
With the double condensed schedule that from this last 2 years, a lot of guys have a lot of major injuries. Yeah. Look at Washington, you know, Tom Wilson with the ACL, Backstrom with this basically having his hip reconstructed. They're saying like he might not play all of next year.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see a lot more of that, especially with these 2 teams. I think we're going to see a lot of guys that are going to be injured, and a lot of key players throughout the league are going to be missing October and November.
It'll be interesting to see because you want Ovechkin on that wicked pace. So who are you going to bring in if those guys are out next year, right?
Yeah.
Both line mates gone.
Wow, that was a big short-handed chance for Taves just now.
Tampa's simply not going to be able to just stop and slow down the pace of the Avalanche in this.
Wow, that's not even. We've got ourselves a tie game. Cirelli just now, and he flubbed that. He completely fucked that shot. It was basically it rolled off his stick, and Kemper totally off speeder. It fooled Kemper.
We'll take it. First period over.
Watch this on the replay for sure. Watch. He goes. See, he just lost it off his stick, and it just fooled Kemper.
He was trying to bring it to his backhand.
Yep.
And it never came.
Yeah. Hey, they'll take it. They'll take anything good to happen right there.
Yeah.
It's good drive to the net by Cirelli, though. Protected the puck, got around.
That's a wicked pickup. Like, that's tough to do. Extend that right leg out and bring it up. There's a lot of guys that definitely can't do it.
And that's the calling card of Tampa as opposed to some of the other teams they've played and some of those teams that are in the East. They can score those dirty goals. Everything doesn't have to be a beautiful setup. Yeah. They're able to score those goals when they need them, and that's really the key.
Yeah. Well, there's both teams to score if anyone took that, by the way. +1. It would have been +160 or so.
No, that's good for the total.
It is, yeah. I mean, that total dropped, Keith, to 5.5 right before face-off. It actually dropped to 5.5 in some spots.
Yeah, I took it at that. I initially did the alternative, and then I saw that it dropped, so I cash out.
Avs are buzzing right back though.
Yeah.
I might take them to score again minus $1.
Makar's going to be over on the 2.5 shots now, I think.
Yeah, I've got over his shots tonight, Makar. Yep.
All right, so I'm 3-0 so far, and I'm going right in with Avs to score next goal minus $1.10.
There we go.
He's actually got 4 shots. So
yeah, he's been active so far. Oh, Nick Paul was looking for one. Let me just see here. Okay, so yeah, you're yeah, there it is. 4 shots already for Makar. How about that? He's got like he's got half their shots already.
Yep. So that's
well,
good.
4 of their 9 shots coming from Makar. Yep.
It's tough for that McKinnon over 4.5. He's probably got to get 1 here in the last 5 or 6 minutes, and then another 2 each period. So I don't know if that one's looking as strong, unless if they go on like 2 or 3 power plays. It's going to be tough to hit that one.
Yep. Only the second goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs for Cirelli with that goal. Yep. Like I say, he's been more of a defensive-minded forward this year. The offense hasn't exactly been flowing, but that was a big one there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Peter.
Over 1.5.
Yep, Peter cashed that. Oh, good job, Keith. You're paying attention to the chat. You're doing a better job with that than I am. Yep.
I'm just seeing what people are doing.
Yep. That's always a fault of mine. I mean to keep up with the chat comments, and sometimes I don't. Which, by the way, I've got to keep up with my beer, so I'm refilling. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, total now 6.5 minus 120, and I almost wanted to jump on 5.5 at even money before the first goal that called back, and I was kind of getting greedy, waiting for a better price than just even money, but I should have taken that 9 cent now.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, there's still lots left, but it's on a good pace here.
Yeah, and it's a pace that favors Colorado right now. I mean, Tampa, they can keep up. They're not going to just get flat-footed and dogged out in this one, but they want to the tempo change that they need is going to have to come in the second period. But I just don't see that happening. Like I said, the way Colorado's it's been 6 periods of Colorado just skating their asses off.
Yeah. I mean, unless if they get a couple lucky bounces like that first goal there, it's going to be tough to come by. And I mean, I'm a bigger fan of Francouz than I am of Kemper, but I mean, he gets most of the starts, so. It's not like he's just a pushover either, right? So.
Oh, look at that! Look how fast. That's a record time for me getting back here with from the refill. Well, we got the let's try to give the Pink Whitney a shot here.
That's some good stuff. I don't really know what you mix it with. I just do it. I just do the shots. I mean, it's kind of sweet.
That's what I'm going to do. Just straight out. Yeah. Summertime. My summer started, motherfuckers. If I'm going to drink on the Betcast, I'm going to drink. Yeah. All right, there we go. Salute. By the way, I haven't done a cheers yet with everyone. Salute. Cheers to everyone in the chat. To you guys, thanks for joining us here on the Betcast. Hit that like button. Send a DM if you want to join us later on the Betcast. We got Melissa coming up later, Cheshire Cat a little bit later. Good stuff. So salute.
Matthew Green and both teams to score. You're right, Ian. Nice. Plus 160. Yeah, let's go.
What are your thoughts?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that, Ian?
Oh, it's good. It's refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good summer. It's something you drink in the summer for sure.
Yeah.
Nice and cold. It does pack a punch though. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It gives you a buzz, which you want with the drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
For something that sweet to have like a still quality alcoholic punch is rare these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Andre Palat 2-1 Tampa Bay.
Good goal.
Let's go.
Great play.
Andre to get a point. Cashes again.
Oh, what a feed!
That's been
so
my
nice by
go-to fucking
Stamkos.
hammer it prop
Yeah.
lately for Tampa is Palat. It's been incredible. And only minus 130. Great drop pass to Stamkos, and Stamkos gets a point on that. That Stamkos point cashes in. I laid a price with it, but it cashes. We'll take it. Minus 160. I actually thought it could be higher with Stamkos.
Yeah.
You know, after being invisible the first two games, calling out his team, I said, so actually even laying minus 160 just to get 1 point, I think it was worth it. Juice was worth the squeeze there, clearly.
Yep.
2-1
Well, I
Lightning.
mean, it's only a matter of time for that first line to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time, too, for Kemper to, kind of look a little human, right?
For sure. Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to resemble, obviously, more of game one than game two. I feel like we're going to see a good back and forth pace. So.
Back and forth, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Colorado almost. Colorado player threw the puck right on Kemper. I mean, if Kemper's not paying attention there and focused, they could have gone in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to get some physicality going here.
Yep. And the crowd's back into it again. Tampa's buzzing now. You can see Tampa's feeling, hey, come on, boys, keep it up here. We're in this thing. We're in the fight, right? That's the phrase.
Well,
we're in the fight. Yep.
Isn't in the first two series but I mean, except the Florida series because they swept them, but the other two series they were down 2-0, both against the Maple Leafs and then the Rangers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, they've been there before, 2 of the 3 series.
Yeah.
Now, now 3 of 4 actually.
Right. And the question of it is, I mean, like I said, they have the resiliency to bounce back. We've seen this time and time again with them. But the thing is, the speed and skill that they're facing in the Avalanche is a lot different than even Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa or Toronto, rather. Toronto, obviously, it's a lot more mental issues with them in the playoffs. That's been documented. But the blueprint was laid by New York. The way that they were able to kind of play really fast those first two games, they just kind of ran out of steam. We know how kind of helter-skelter that offense had been, and Tampa was kind of able to take advantage of that. So the good pace right now, but like I said, they're still playing into Colorado style at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Paul's injured. Oh, he took an awkward spill into the boards right there on a push from not like a right behind, but he just crashed into the boards. It wasn't like directly into the boards, so it's not a dirty hit. It was just an unfortunate landing for Paul, and he's limping. And that's significant. This guy is a valuable player for Tampa Bay. And John Cooper apparently not thrilled there was no penalty, at least for interference. I think he's thinking maybe there should have been something there. He was harping at the refs right there, yep. He's been doing a lot more of that lately, John Cooper, yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely some ref bitching lately, yeah. No live bets yet, Matt. I'm sorry. I mean, I've got enough pregame that I'm waiting until. You know what I'm going to be? I'll tell you this. Spoiler alert. You're going to be shocked to hear this, but I think you know what I might be looking at in the second period. Yeah, both teams to score probably. That's been a meal ticket bet for me in these friggin' betcasts during the playoffs. Oh, wow. Buzzing is Colorado here. A couple of chances. Oh, just over the net. Wow. Good shift, though. Landeskog and company. Landeskog, McKinnon, and Big Val. They always get something going, don't they? Landeskog, Big Val, and McKinnon. What a line that's been. Yeah. Yep. That's not bad, that Pink Whitney. Holy shit. It's not one of those things where, it's Ryan Whitney's name on it. It's probably just people buy it and think it's good because of the name. No, it's actually pretty good.
It's quality, yeah. It's not and I'm sure up there, probably more bars carry it. Here in Minnesota, shocked enough, very few bars carry it. And it's something I think that would really sell well.
Yeah.
Not sure.
By the way, he deserves credit, Ryan Whitney, for getting Canadian airports to change their standards and the government to change. Like his Pearson Airport experience went viral. Yeah,
I watched that whole thing. That excerpt from that podcast. That's unbelievable. What he went through. Like
that's ridiculous.
To be a traveler and have to deal with that. That's great. And I hate traveling with a passion, but that's a whole different level. That's
insane.
Absurd. Yeah,
makes Pearson Airport look like a third world fucking airport. Seriously,
right.
It's an embarrassing thing to see that happen to someone in one of our airports in this country.
And the thing, he's a guy who's got money and had connections. He was able to, get somebody to call and get him a hotel somewhere. If you don't really have that kind of cash,
He got someone got him the Sheraton Hotel right by the airport there.
Right.
Yeah.
So us regular folk, we'd be beyond screwed in that spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even when I was flying back from Chicago last week, it was quite windy there, and we got 2-hour delay just landing, and then the whole plane was just like floating sideways.
You flew out of O'Hare.
Yep.
Yeah,
but more so in the landing at Pearson, the weather wasn't the best.
People bitch about O'Hare too.
O'Hare's off. I always fly back home to Midway. Always.
O'Hare's
Midway's closer to me anyway, but even if it wasn't, it's just a better airport.
Yeah. All right, I've got Tampa first period money line. We're a minute 47 away from. I'm not even going to say it because the minute I say it, it's going to 2-2.
Yeah, they're going to score.
I know it. Keith, you've been at this now long enough. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Don't jinx anything. Yeah. Don't say anything. Just let things play out naturally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yankees are up 2-0 now.
Oh, good. How about McClanahan? Or Cole, I should say. Cole's pitching well. Cole's on a roll again for them.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the Yankees. They talk about Judge and they talk about Stanton and they talk about everyone in that lineup. They're not talking enough about how good their pitching's been. Their starting pitching's been way better than people
absolutely.
thought.
Yeah, they have the best pitching in the league. He's got 10 strikeouts tonight.
Yeah, their team ERA, I think, as a starting pitching staff, Keith's pretty good. Yankees.
Yep.
Their overall team ERA is very good. That's why I said to you, I don't bet unders at below 7. But at the same time, I said it could be an under because just how good those pitchers have been right now.
Yeah.
All right, I got something to address at intermission. I just tweeted this out. Apparently, in Canada, French's, the company that makes ketchup and mustard, they just now come out with a tomato ketchup popsicle.
What the fuck?
Disgusting.
That's the first reaction I have. What the fuck?
That's literally what my reaction too. I'm like, what's going on here? And it's apparently made from 100% Canadian tomatoes. It's not April Fool's, so.
Wow. I don't care if it's Canadian tomatoes, American tomatoes, or Chinese tomatoes. That's not something I'm buying. Simple as that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I get ketchup chips, which they're awesome. I finally got to have those a couple of years ago, but that's it may be taking a little too far.
All right.
Av's still buzzing late.
That I don't like here. Get out of this period, you guys. Yeah. Come on here. No dicking around here. Get out of this period. I mean, they're just so relentless. I mean, that's what you get when you play Colorado.
Their puck movement.
Yeah, they've gotten Tampa out of position how many times, and other teams just couldn't, and it's because they're just so fast with the puck movement. Holy fuck! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Woo! We're gonna get out of it.
Wow!
That last chance they had, that was wide open in the slot. Again, they're moving the puck faster than defense and goaltender can react. Mm-hmm. Simple as that. Oh, thank goodness! Actually, what a fearless block of the shot that was. Oh, actually sent the puck careening over the net.
Be interesting. Kucherov already has 3 shots in the first period. That's good for him.
That is, yeah.
I might look at Avalanche money line second period. I don't usually do those plays too often, but that's something. At least I tried to bet that until my screen froze. Yeah, minus 120 each way for second period money line. I might look at Avs. That sequence right there, they can take it to the locker room and kind of hold their heads up with a little bit and maybe bring that momentum back out of the locker room and start the second. So
I'm going to be on both teams to score. Here we go. You want me? I'm finally breaking the chains when it comes to live bets for the betcast here. But there we go. Cash it. Tampa Bay first period money line. There we go. Yeah. Minus 110. Best bet on the Ice Guys show today. Cash it. There we go. Happy with that. But we also have Avalanche team total. I'm with you there, Keith. Over 2.5. That's off to a solid start. 1 goal. We'll take it in the first period. Both teams to score plus 160. Bet 365 second period. I'm on that. That's just I'm not even thinking twice about that.
I don't know if I'll get that good of a price with MGM. Let's see.
Yeah, BetMGM usually are better prices with that particular bet.
Oh, then most. That it's the best one. So I gotta find it.
The White Sox are buzzing right now.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Barrios is having a rough night. I figured he would because the White Sox actually have a good track record against him. Remember, division mates they were when he was with Minnesota all those years, Barrios. Yeah. Kind of have an idea of what's coming. Yeah.
Am I overlooking this right
beer time. Ransack the Universe is the name of this beer.
What kind
if there's any Avalanche fans out there too, taking them at plus 310.
Oh, money line. That's not bad, you know. I'm going to be tempted at some point for a live money line on Colorado as long as they keep trailing.
If you think they do it in regulation, plus 475.
Yeah.
That's putting your money where your mouth is.
That's what I call looking for value, which is good thinking by you. You got to look for value. You got to look for those good prices. Yeah.
Now, I like Avalanche money line in the second period. I like both teams to score. 2-1 Avalanche at plus 900 for correct score.
Of the second period. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's something to think about.
That's a good, period 2 correct score. 2-1 Avs. Yeah. At what price?
At plus 9-1.
Yeah, 11 at Bet365 is just incredible. You get for some reason you get a little bit better there. It's crazy. 11-1, but 9-1 is still pretty good as well. Yeah. This is Collective Arts Brewery in Hamilton. This beer, Ransack the Universe, IPA, 6.8%. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, because my I can't get both teams to score in the second period right now. It's locked. So I'm gonna take a shot with that. I'm gonna play that really small, but correct score Avs 2-1 in the second period at 9-1.
Fireside in the chat says I think the second. He says I think the second period will be 0-0 or 1-1. Well, take a guess which one I'd rather have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the 1-1 for the over. I got it. It's plus 255 for both teams to score.
Yeah, that's still a great price. Yeah, I'm on that. That's a go-to. That's just one of those bets that I typically look to. Because this does feel like it could go back and forth tonight. It's plus 140, by the way, at BetMGM. That's still not bad.
All right, I'll be right back.
Cool.
Pirates are still up only 7-0.
Yeah. I'm starting all of a sudden to get a bad feeling about that as far as the over. Like, we're into the 7th inning now, and I still need 2 more runs. And I don't know if I'm going to get them from the Cubs. This is Brubaker, you stupid fucks. Why the hell do you only have 5 hits against him? Like, seriously, this is such a bad – the Cubs are just unexplainable how bad their lineup can be. There's some games where just all of a sudden they pop off for 8 runs, and then there's these mediocre pitchers that are shutting them right down.
Yeah. Well, watching them live, they still couldn't do much.
Yeah.
They're just getting it handed to them.
Yeah. It's very frustrating, that team. You try being me handicapping that team all season, every single day.
Good luck. Just stay away.
And now you know too, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh almighty. I mean, that's you're making this guy look like he's friggin' in his absolute prime, Nolan Ryan or Randy Johnson or something. Yeah. Holy goodness. Terrible. McKinnon needs to get on the score. Yeah.
I agree.
He does. Well, he's got 2 points. I don't want to say he's had an okay series. It's not like he's been bad. It takes a lot for him to be bad, but he just hasn't been as quite dominant as we've seen him, obviously, previously. Like, does he have a shot in that?
How
period?
about for your Makar over 5.5 points? He's at 3 now with the assist today.
Yep.
And he took at the beginning.
He does. Oh, I'm clinging to Atlanta. Thank goodness. Atlanta got the run before the 5th inning, so I have Atlanta first 5 in full game. They're up 1-0 on the Giants.
Yep.
Okay, let me just see what McKinnon's done. You're right. I'm concerned with McKinnon right now a little bit. You just like to see a little bit more. I'm not asking him to be a dominant out there. By the way, Doc, Big Ragu, I did see that you cashed with Tampa -0.5. And what did you have? And Stamkos, what, to get a point? I think so, because he said and Stamkos. So I'm assuming it was to get a point, which he did. So way to go, Doc. Way to go, Big Ragu. Big Ragu is a longtime friend of mine, Keith. He was down in San Antonio with us when I was there a couple months ago at the Pub Sports Radio event. This guy's been betting on various things, sports, especially horses, anything for like 30, 40 years. He's been doing it.
Nice.
At this point, he's one of our legendary betting figures here in our little circles. So we love Big Ragu, and a great guy as well. Great guy as well. He actually took care of the bill for me when we were eating at that pizza joint across the street from the pub and the bar that the owner of the channel, Pub Sports Radio, the owner of that channel owns that bar.
Yeah.
So that was basically our hangout place in San Antonio. Yep.
Right on.
Great times. And I did karaoke, and I know the video is floating around out there somewhere, me killing it with the rap and hip hop karaoke.
Oh, that would have been unreal to see.
Yep. Well, maybe if I retrieve that video, I'll pass it along. But it was lots of fun. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So McKinnon, let me just see McKinnon. Okay, let me just take a look here.
He's on. He just gets his 1 point per game type thing. But I think one thing that doesn't track on the score sheet is his effectiveness and how much space he probably opens up for guys too.
Yeah. They're just talking about it, Keith, on the broadcast in the intermission. You're right. That challenge. How big is that now? They got the lead because they challenged that. Yep. Yeah. Second period, both teams to score. Doc, Big Ragu plus 159. That's a great price too. I got 60, 55. I think is out there according to Keith what he saw. So you could get a really good price still with that in a lot of different spots here. Come on, Cubs. Come on here. They got the leadoff runner on. I got over 8 in this Cubs game. Over 8. Actually, one more run will get me a push because I have over 8.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley's on ABC. Holy shit. Yeah, of course. He's a big Lightning fan. He's a John Cooper fan. Yeah.
Also, too, for any of the Avalanche fans out there, the race to 3 goals, if you think they're going to score the next 2 unanswered, plus 380.
Wow, that's great. That's great value, and they're capable. They've done it.
Absolutely.
They've done it in each of the first 2 games, Keith, where they've scored like 2 goals in like a couple of minutes, like 3-4 minutes time. Yeah.
Well, even just looking at some of the momentum at the end of that period, like I think in the second, like they're gonna have to come out, get a quick one within the first 5 minutes if they can, and kind of take it away from there.
Yeah.
Again, if you're leaning on the Avalanche, I mean, there's something to be said for Tampa as well. You can make an argument either way, but I lean more Avalanche.
See, I believe in this guy's work ethic, and because we chat every day with Keith and I, and the one thing he says is when he works at something, he really works at it. Like he's basically, work at it until we succeed, work at it until we get to the point where we're doing a great job. So if he's hinting at that bet, I feel like even if it's just a couple bucks, maybe look at it. And at that price, I feel like I should, because I know what this team is like. They're going to look at that first period and say, we're not satisfied. We're down 2-1. That wasn't a great period by our standpoint. We're capable of better. Do we really? We want to kind of drive the nail into the coffin of this Colorado, of this Tampa Bay Lightning team. So yeah, race to 3 at what did you say that price was? Plus 380.
Plus 380, yeah.
Wow. At that price, I have to a small sprinkle on it right now. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, and that's the thing too is
there we go.
maybe they only win the second period 1-0. You still have the third period as well. Like that's for the game, right?
Yep. We're in, Keith. There it is. Plus 380. Race to 50 to pay 190 if it wins. Yeah. Plus 380 there. That's good. Yeah, Yankees, look, it's important, Doc, for the Yankees to win tonight because they finally had the streak snapped in the finale against Toronto. So you want to get back on the win column right away. And they might be on the way to doing that. They're up 2-0 on the Rays right now in the top of the 8th inning there in that game. And we're in some trouble with the Braves because the Giants have the bases loaded, nobody out, down 1-0. And I have a split bet going there. I have first 5 in full game with Atlanta. First 5 already won, but I don't want to be 1-1 and lose juice because I have the money line for Atlanta full game, which is like minus 142. That's a slight loss if it goes 1-1.
Wow.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. So there's some big trouble here for the Braves in that game.
Well, yeah, I mean the best case scenario is you give up 1, but you get 2 outs and pitch 3 strikes, and away you go, move on.
Yeah. Again, we only have the one hockey game, so that's why we're talking at least a little bit of baseball, even though it's a hockey betcast. But yeah, 5-2 Red Sox, 7-0 Pirates, 2-0 Yankees, 1-0 Braves, scoreless. Cardinals and Brewers scoreless. Michaelis must be drinking from the fountain of youth because he had 129 pitches in his last start. And for a guy of his age, you'd think maybe there's some wear and tear and some fatigue from that tonight. And he's held the Brewers to 1 hit after 4 innings. So we have not seen that from Michaelis tonight. And it's 5-2 still for the White Sox, leading the Jays in the 4th inning. So there's your baseball update. So I've got both teams to score. That's the only bet I've got right now in the that I bet here in the intermission at plus 160.
And you took the Avalanche race to 3.
That too, yes, very small one, that one, but still,
yeah,
we're on that as well. Colorado race to 3. That means get the 3 goals first at plus 380. I'm in. I mean they're only down 2-1. They tie the game, Keith. They've got the momentum. You know they're going to be swarming again after they tie the game. You know what momentum swings are like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, and I find that they just score in bunches too. Like they don't just, So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, they don't just get 1 goal; they get a couple. You're right in a short period of time for sure. Yeah, well, I didn't catch Barkley. I mean, I didn't because first of all, I've got both feeds on, but I can't. The volume's not up on either one, the ABC broadcast or the Sportsnet broadcast, to hear anything. So I saw him. I just didn't know what he was saying. Volume wasn't loud enough. That's so I can pay attention to all you great people. See what I do for the betcast? I got the volume. I can't hear anything. I can't hear shit from any of these broadcasts. I'm just listening to you guys, or I'm listening to Alex. I'm listening to Keith here, and I'm reading the people in the chat here. I'm trying to focus on you guys. What is it? 5-2 for the Red Sox and the Tigers there. Yep. Yep, 5-2. Yeah, I leaned under in that game. I didn't bet the under in that game, but I leaned that way with Boston and Detroit.
Yeah, I got that.
Is that going to be another Fenway Park under that goes to die in the
latter not? The Cardinals have been whooping my ass last series.
Come on, for Keith's sake, don't do this to the guy.
Well, it's not like Detroit has Cardinals bats either, so we might be okay here. It's just whether the Red Sox pop off.
Yeah, which is the big question mark. Yeah. Yeah, both teams to score, Doc. We like it. The one concern is Tampa, Colorado tightens up too, and Tampa with the lead. Sometimes Tampa likes to put I don't think Tampa's capable of putting the clamp down on Colorado because Colorado's scored in every period in this series. I'm pretty sure of that.
Well, and that's the thing too. It's how do you shut down a high offensive team when you're not playing the best offense? No matter what, Colorado's going to probably spend 8 to 10 minutes in the O zone every period. So how do you shut that down consistently? That's tough to do.
Yeah.
That wears down on you as well.
Yeah, Barkley with the great hockey analysis. Yes, this Colorado skates really fast. All you need, unless you're blind, everybody knows that. You can definitely see that. Stark analysis there from Charles Barkley. But no, he's absolutely right, though. He is right. I mean, the speed of this team is absolutely incredible. It's incredible how fast they skate. Yeah, probably. John Cooper's one of his funny story, Big Ragu, is that John Cooper's like a close friend of Charles Barkley, so he's definitely cheering for Tampa Bay. There's no question about that. Him and Cooper formed a friendship years ago, and they met somewhere, and ever since then they've been friends. So he cheers for his buddy John Cooper. I'm wondering right now if I should take a look at a live wager here for next goal score props. It's not something I'd ever do, but because we're on a betcast, puts a little more fun into it. Like the next goal scorer, like the fourth goal scorer, the next goal scorer of the game. Who is it? That's tough. I'd probably actually go more with a Colorado goal scorer than a Tampa one, just because they're the team trailing. They're probably going to come out strong. I'm going to go Big Val 11-1. Why not? Let's have a little fun here. Big Val, next goal of the game. Big Val Nichushkin, plus 1,100. The Colorado Avalanche, a guy that had a goal taken away from him. Of course, you'll remember earlier in this game with that offside call, or with that, the goal that was overturned for offside. So, yeah, I'm going to rock with that, just for a little extra excitement, I guess you could say, here in the immediate future. So there we go. We're in on that. The next goal scorer here. Big Val Nichushkin. Actually, you know what? I can get even better than that at Rivers. I'm going to go there. 14-1 there. There you go. We're in. Very, very small. Yep. Big. He's a big Coop fan. He's a big John Cooper fan. All right. Second period is underway. So here we go. Nichushkin, next goal scorer at 14-1, and the both teams to score for me, plus 160.
And I got correct score Avs 2-1 in the second period at plus 900.
You're right, McKinnon. I don't know what it is. He's a little off his mark right now. See, just there, he passed that he just couldn't control it and bobbled it and out of the zone again. Yep.
Okay, guys, I gotta hop off. Thanks for
no
having me on the first one. I'm gonna try and make it on for the next game as well.
Yeah, we're on Wednesday. So, yeah, if you want to join us, whether it's a period or whatever, you feel free. Absolutely.
Great. Awesome. No, thanks for having me out. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care, Keith.
Yeah, good meeting you, Keith.
Talk to you later.
For sure. See you guys.
I'm sure you already saw it, Ian. Luis Robert with a 2-run homer. I was watching the Sox game.
Wow. They're pouring it on here, Alex. Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Love to see it. Yeah, 5-2 bottom of the fourth.
Oh, very good. Oh, Kucherov with the old quick shot from the side of the net trying to fool Kemper, but it did not work. It's good for a shot on goal, though. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, a shot on goal, yeah. I love doing my Kucherov impressions. That will stick with me forever now, for as long as since that press conference in Montreal after they won the Cup last year. You know what I think about that stat line for you last game, Kucherov? No points, no shots on goal, just absolutely terrible. I think number one bullshit. Number one bullshit. I agree.
Great.
Number one horseshit stat line right there for a player of his caliber. Yeah.
That was definitely one of the best especially post-championship press conferences ever. Although I liked Klay Thompson the other day too, calling out Jaren Jackson after they won the NBA title. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, Tampa Bay
Okay.
has struck again. 3-1 Tampa.
That's
Nick
the one I
Paul
needed.
has done it. Yeah. Nick Paul point, Nick Paul goal.
Yeah.
Yes.
After getting hurt at the end of that period too.
Absolute magic. And how about the toughness? You're right.
Yeah.
Getting injured in that first period, and look at him here. Oh, in the slot, and he whips it past Kemper. 3-1 Lightning. Let's get the Dave Michigan call of that game. Pass in front there. Gets in front. Paul. Score! Nick Paul! 3-1 Lightning! With 18:34 left in the second. Yeah, that's the Dave Michigan call. Yeah.
Good stuff.
That guy gets into it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they need now. Most of us need Colorado for 1 goal. I need them for 2. And, 2-goal lead, certainly not safe with this Avalanche squad. So
No, it's not.
Look at what they're doing right off the jump.
Yeah.
And they're so unfazed. That's the thing about these two teams. That's why we all anticipated how good of a series it is. They're unfazed when they get in these spots. Yeah. For the most part, down a goal, down 2 goals, they get right back at it. They don't hang their heads low too often.
Well, finally, they've at least killed the onslaught and the wave of attack from Colorado, which is all we saw in the first 2 games. 14-14 are the shots.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got this thing at a even, pretty close to even. And this time they're finishing and capitalizing on some of their chances, unlike the first 2 games. Yeah, Tampa Bay has definitely got some belief and some belief back again.
And that's why I say this was more imperative of a game, obviously, than of course game 4 would be huge if you lose this one. But winning this game means so much because Tampa knows how to put teams away. They know that when they get teams in this spot, a la Florida in the second round, you go down 2-0, you come home, and if you can't win that game 3, game 4, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Tampa, they have to look at Colorado almost as the way, it's almost looking in the mirror in a sense, because this is Colorado's playing the way Tampa had played the last 2 years en route to winning cups. So, sometimes it's I don't know if that's an easier thing to do or a hard thing to do for a team to kind of look at a team that almost mirrors yourself in the style that you play when they're at the highest level.
Yeah. No, this has been a good response tonight from Tampa Bay. It really has been. And even better was that, look, Colorado actually did get the first goal, and that could have clearly deflated and taken the wind out of their sails, right?
Right, yeah.
And the offside goal call turning their goal away. Mm-hmm. And then Colorado scores right after, and you think, really, they're down in the dumps at that point. But no, they kept going, and they've been good ever since. Yep. That tying goal by Cirelli, and Tampa's been better ever since that moment.
Chance.
Wow. I didn't get all of that. That's twice now. That is twice now that JT Compher hasn't gotten all of a particular shot, and Vasilevsky stones him. It was still a great save, though.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing with Tampa. That's going to be the difference with Colorado and the Rangers. When Tampa got a 2-goal lead against the Rangers, they could pretty much put that game to bed. Yeah. And look at Colorado right there. If not for a brilliant save, it's 3-2 right now. Yeah. And they're right back in it. It's going to be much tougher to keep this at bay, this lead.
Definitely.
This team at bay. At the point where I'm almost looking at Colorado next goal, actually. I'm starting to think about it.
I would consider it.
Yeah.
And you only laying $1.20.
Yeah, right now I'm going to lock it in there. $1.15 right there. Colorado next goal. They're pressing. They're pressing. There we go.
I'm right there with you.
$1.15. Oh, and I just got it in, and guess what just happened? A penalty, Tampa Bay.
Oh. Mine didn't go through yet, so
Ross Colton. Whew, talk about timing that right. Colorado next, and I've already got both teams to score, so it's not like I need a dad on because now we need a Colorado goal anyway for that. But nevertheless, I think it was still worth it.
Yeah,
because you can see they've taken some play here. Yeah, and there's Fireside believing the Avs aren't dead yet either. +2, +120, +2.5, -120. Live on Colorado. Yep.
Yeah, +375 money line right now.
All right, here's that dangerous Avs power play now, down 3-1. Oh my gosh, what a chance there. Makar's shot slipped behind Vasilevsky, but went out the other side, the wide side. Wow, good start to the power play, chance-wise at least. Yep. They're getting chances. They're getting looks.
So after Nick Paul scored that goal, he went right back to the dressing room.
Yeah. Oh, boy! Bingo! The captain, Gabe Landeskog.
Nice.
Next goal cashes. Both teams to score cashes.
And now I need one more goal from the Avs this period and go in the third tie to 3 to cash my 9-1.
Yeah. 3-2. Power play goal. Landeskog. Short sider, but a beautiful shot. It was short side, but it was right under the crossbar. It was just a terrific shot. See, this is the kind of shit you can take advantage of with live betting right now.
Yep.
Momentum swings. We saw Colorado, a couple of good shifts, drew a penalty, and they capitalized with that power play opportunity. And
their style of play, these are the teams, I haven't talked about that much in years. We've talked about live betting, obviously, a lot, especially on these betcasts, of course.
Yeah.
But what kind of teams to look for to bet live on a given night? Colorado has been one of the teams that I've cashed with all year long, betting live. They just have that good pace, and they're a team that, especially in the regular season, we saw them. They get behind, they come back. We've seen them blow leads, so they're very temperamental in that sense, where you can really ride waves with them and then cash. Get some good prices.
No doubt. I'm now in a great position with my pregame side and totals because I've got Tampa first period, smaller, Tampa full game, but I also have same size as Tampa first period. I have Colorado team total over 2.5, and we need just one more for that.
Yeah.
With over half the game left.
Mm-hmm.
This is. I had a feeling tonight was going to be a good hockey game because I knew we were going to get Tampa Bay's best effort, most urgent, most desperate effort. But at the same time, Colorado's too good to get whipped by Tampa. We were going to get one of these games back and forth, good ebb and flow, good game.
And I'm really kicking myself now. I went with the old Ian Cameron move, trying to wait for a plus money in that 5.5 in the first period early. And I was like, I was at even money. I stayed away from it. Sure enough, should have hammered that rail in the even.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, timing's all fucked. Yep.
Yeah,
timing's all fucked. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, still been a profitable night so far. So.
Yeah, Turnsey meant I didn't address this earlier. I was trying to not address it, but what the fuck was that from the Bulldogs tonight? Not a good start to the Memorial Cup for them. They actually made it respectable. They were down 4-1 after the second. They made it 4-3, and then St. John put it away in the empty net. That's one game, though, but it makes the next game very important because you don't want to go 0-2 in this tournament because then if you go 0-2, you face a must-win after that.
Right. And so they get the loser of Edmonton and what's the other?
It's one of those deals where you play each other. You play every team once, so they'll play Shawinigan.
Okay.
Thursday, and then Edmonton on Friday, and that'll be the end of their preliminary round.
Okay.
Usually, if you're 1-2 or better, you're at least going. If you're 1-2, you're at least going to get into a tiebreaker game. Okay. If you're 2-1, you're probably going to avoid that, get into a semifinal, and then if you're the first place team, you get an automatic bye right to the final, right to the championship.
It's not double elimination
No.
like watching college baseball. So
No.
I was kind of thinking of that in that mind.
Third place versus fourth place, aka the last place team in the preliminary round, they'll play in a tiebreaker.
Okay.
And then the winner of that 3 versus 4 tiebreaker plays the second place team in the semifinal.
Okay.
And then the winner of that plays the first place team that got the double bye into the final. Yep.
Okay. I got
Yep. So they'd have to go the long route if they're in the tiebreaker. They have to win 3 games in like 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an uphill battle for sure.
Yeah. Oh, don't bring that up, Jackson. Why'd you have to go do that? Right with the CFL game on the one that I was at, the one where the Ticats were up 24-3 at halftime and lost. Yeah.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about
it's
that.
awful. It's just.
I saw the final score, but I didn't see any of the. Wow. Thanks.
Yep. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun at all seeing that. Very, very disheartening. Yep. Shocking, actually. Yeah. I mean, you think a 3 touchdown lead, you know, in that environment where they're 14. Look, I've been spoiled. We were 14-2 at home in our last 16 home games going into that game Saturday night. We've been spoiled with just one win after another in that stadium.
Right.
But unfortunately, that was not last Saturday. You know, cruel, sadistic, gut-wrenching fashion.
So bounce back bet perhaps on Hamilton in the next game.
They're going to be getting a lot of points, and they're facing a team that's beaten them in the Grey Cup twice. I mean, there's going to be absolutely no shortage of incentive or motivation, and they're 0-2, so they're desperate.
Okay.
And they're good enough to where they may not get blown out. You know, like they're a good enough team not to get blown out. We'll have to see what that line comes out at, but
yeah, you'll have to remind me.
Yeah,
but
I'll
definitely look at that for sure.
Yeah, we're still waiting for point spreads for week 3 I can't believe it's week 3 already. Jeez, but here we are, week 3 in the CFL coming up.
Wow. Are they on pace to end a little earlier this year? They may not go through until November. Or?
Yeah, they're going to go till the normal time. Yeah, into November.
It will. Okay.
Ends. Yeah, December is when the Grey Cup was last year. Yep.
Right, because things started a little late. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. It started in August. By the way, I mentioned the show schedule. We have no show tomorrow. There's no show tomorrow. There is going to be a show Wednesday because it's game day. We'll have a live show. And we've got the guy that runs the Hockey Think Tank website joining us as our guest that day, Topher Scott. So, he's very good at, the number crunching and, he does a lot of hockey skills development type shit. So I'm sure we're going to get great hockey analysis from him because this guy breaks down shit to the tits. I mean, if you see some of his YouTube videos, like he's just breaking down every little play. All the defensemen should have been there. So you talk about a guy that's going to break down the X's and O's of hockey. That's going to be our guest on Wednesday. That's for sure.
Nice.
And then Thursday, I'll be doing a pre-recorded show, just me and a guest that we tried to get on just for the sake of getting them on before the end of the season. Because, again, we're not only going to do live shows on game days. And those will be the shows with me and Alex and Andrew and Vito if it's a weekend. Yep. I hate to say it, guys, but we're winding down. Although some people will be happy about that. To be honest, I'll be happy about that. It's been a long year.
You've got to be exhausted.
I love hockey, but even I'm feeling it. Yeah. Even today with 2 guests and Andrew on, we ended the show earlier than normal. I'm like, we can't be talking on and on forever.
Right.
About shit. So there we go. Oh, the captain has awoken from his slumber.
Wow. Great turnaround, too.
Steven Stamkos with a top corner rocket to make it 4-2 Bolts.
Well, there goes my 9-1 shot, but what a goal.
Yep. And that's 2 points now for Stamkos. Yeah, there it is. Great shot. No chance. And a huge goal for Tampa after Colorado just got within 1. Put a little more breathing space between them. Yep. 4-2 Tampa with 12 minutes to go in the second. Rays have tied the Yankees for those that are interested. Pirates are now up 11-1 on the Cubs. Alex is interested just so he could do what he just did, laugh.
Sox up 6-2 still.
Yeah, still 6-2.
Andrew Vaughn hit a home run.
Good credit to Lance Lynn. Settled down after the 2 runs he gave up in that second inning. He's actually only given up 2 hits tonight against that lineup. Wow, that's pretty good. That's more like it from him.
Once he gets in the groove, man, I mean, he's solid.
The Bulldog. And he's a Bulldog. He's got that mentality. He doesn't get flustered. He never gets flustered, that guy. He'd be getting crushed, and he's like, same demeanor. Just keep on going.
Corey Perry got bowled over.
Yeah, it looks like it. Perry is definitely shaking off the cobwebs after what just happened. Yeah. Tampa's up. They just flashed it on the screen. The hits 20-17 for Tampa. Yeah. They've upped the physical component tonight. That was Josh Manson that absolutely crushed Perry into the boards there. Wow. And Maroon, I think, tried to get after Manson, tried to fight him there. Manson can handle himself. He's dropped the gloves a few times. Oh, Perry with a little butt into the stick to Kemper. Look at that.
Okay. Well, yes, it's an awkward kind of fall. Wasn't so much Manson. I mean, the hit's not so bad. It's just the awkward angle in which Perry was kind of falling down already. Ugh. That's scary.
Joe couldn't make it tonight. Yeah, Joe Madden wanted to, and she was going to initially, but yeah, something came up. But she let me know. That's okay. I'll be on Joe's podcast tomorrow. Alex will be as well. Yeah. And I'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern. You're going to think, wait a minute, what are you doing on at 2? Because remember, there's no Ice Guys show tomorrow, so that's why I'm on at 2 p.m. Eastern.
And I'll be on. I think I'm on at 3:30. Yeah. Or 4:30 Eastern. 3:30 Eastern. Yeah.
And I said to her, you know what? We're not going to have a regular Ice Guys show on the Tuesday next week when I booked it. I'm like, I'm so used to doing a show at 2 p.m. Eastern. Put me on at 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
You think Manson and Maroon fight when they get out of the box?
I think it could happen. Yeah. I think it was Perry. Perry won't back. Perry will drop gloves with people.
Oh yeah,
Manson's
sure.
He's a little bit bigger than him, but hey,
yeah,
that's the one thing. A little bit of a weight class issue, but Manson's a big hombre.
Maroon can handle himself a little bit better scrapping than
could
Perry.
Be Maroon and Manson potentially.
That's what I'm saying. They're both in the box, so I could see them dropping the old school just right out of the box.
Yeah. I'd like to see a Stanley Cup final fight. We know we don't get many, but I think if you're Tampa, you just saw Perry get boarded pretty heavily. I think just to wake up the team, or not to wake up the team, but keep the momentum going.
Keep the momentum for Tampa and wake up for Colorado.
Yeah, and Colorado might embrace that fight. Manson might embrace that fight because this is his team's down by 2. Yep. Yeah.
Oh. Chance by Colorado.
It was. This has ended up being one hell of a hockey game right now. Yeah.
Dude. Oh boy, Wolves had a 5-0 lead, and now they've allowed 2 goals. Now it's 5-2. They blew a lead yesterday, so hopefully they can hold on to that.
More DraftKings ads on the CBC Sportsnet broadcast of the game right now. Yeah, DraftKings has taken over that. Has DraftKings bought like 50% of Rogers Sportsnet? Like, what the hell's going on here?
Maybe.
Like, it's unbelievable. Like, there's just they might have. Yeah, they might have, because you're right. They're everywhere right now. Tate Colton, anytime goal scorer, says Cheshire Cat. Yep. Which, by the way, I sent you the link, Cheshire Cat. So whenever you're ready, you can join us if you want. I sent you the Betcast link already.
So it's funny. I bet 2-1 correct score for Avs in the second period plus 900. I think 2-1 Lightning was like plus like 1250.
Yeah.
So that's what's standing at the moment. So it's the right size, wrong shape.
Yes.
Matthew Green in the chat. I've been there.
And he will give me cash. What do I do? Oh, the 13-year-old nephew's interested now, huh?
Hey. Yeah.
It's never too early to start. That's what I hope. Maybe that's not the right advice you're wanting to hear, but I know because 13 years old, I had interest. So, yeah. I actually didn't start, honestly, till like I was into my early 20s, to be quite honest. It actually took me a while to actually place the first bet. Yeah.
So the first bet I had was a football bet. I was like 6 or 7 years old. I wasn't, still 7 years old, second grade.
Yeah.
Wish I had known about futures at the time because I actually called Atlanta winning the NFC that year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Two times where I wish I had all book access when I was a kid, and that was when Atlanta to win the NFC in '98, and the Golden State Warriors to upset the Mavericks in 2007. And I actually told my uncle who was flying to Vegas, and he got that. He bet that 11-1 ticket.
Wow.
So I got a little cash back from that, but yeah.
Yeah, almost like gratuity. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you recommended this to me. I'm going to give you a little something for it. You know, I wouldn't have bet it if you didn't say anything. Yeah.
So I've called some upsets in my younger days for sure.
Yep.
Had a horrible Super Bowl record though as a kid. Hasn't really got much better, to be honest. Yeah,
I don't know if my Super Bowl record's been great as an adult either, to be quite honest with you.
Props have saved me nearly every year, but the game itself.
I expect to win with Super Bowl props because of the work I put into it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was on the Falcons originally, although I got out of that like hell and cash with live betting on the Patriots. But
yes,
but I had some. I was on the Rams in 2000. Yeah, I've had some bad ones in the Super Bowl. Bears, of course.
Yeah. Oh wow, Fat Pat, as our friend Ray Bryce calls him.
Whoa.
Pat Maroon just goes. Oh, that's some nice hands there.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
He could put it in.
5-2.
And you know what? Maybe that's even a bigger send off now for Tampa. Like I said, we're thinking maybe he'll go fight Manson. Nope, he'll just put one on the board and make it 5-2.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, do the talking with putting another puck in past Darcy Kemper. Exactly. Drop pass. Kucherov back to Maroon. Goes to the net. Oh, he just deftly chipped that.
Mm-hmm.
Right over. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and that's it for Kemper. We've got a goalie change here for Colorado. Yep. Pavel Francouz has entered the game and entered the series. It's more a shakeup. Yep.
Yeah, and you know, listen, once again, like I said, resilient bunch, Colorado.
Yeah.
And you know, okay, you lose this game, but now you turn around, you got game 4. You're still in the catbird seat right now from a serious perspective.
Oh, Tampa has to win game 4 too. They have to win game 3.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, yeah. So yeah. You know, and
now step in the door. That's it. That's all this is if they win tonight.
Personally, I like this now. I have plus 220 on Avs to win the series 4-1.
Yeah.
But I also now with Tampa, if this becomes more of a blowout, everybody's going to be rushing to bet Tampa game 4.
Yeah. Which
means we might actually get a plus price now in Colorado, which is more likely the way I'm going to lean for game 4 as of now.
Yes.
Barring any changes. So I'm not too disappointed in this spot at the moment.
No. Of course, as I say that, it's still 7 minutes to go in the second, so it's not like Colorado's done yet tonight either. But
even down 3 goals, they still have life.
Yeah.
You said it. You know, if this were the Rangers, they'd fold like a cheap tent in a thunderstorm. But the Avs have more than enough offense to get back in.
Yeah. Kucherov, that's a couple of points. If anyone took Kucherov over 1.5 points, he's cashed that now. Attack from now on. Yes, Big Ragu. He's like, I think you're trying to take over for Coach Cooper here, telling them, hey, this is what you should be doing. Yeah. Cheshire Cat is happy because Cheshire Cat has been very upset, and I see the tweets. I see what you're saying, that Colorado's been getting all the love in the first 2 games. People are completely shitting on Tampa Bay. for the first 2 games, forgetting about the great, 2+ years they've had, and people dismissing them and saying it's over and they're done, the run is over. I understand the frustration. I can understand that narrative is kind of crazy to say that after just 2 games.
Listen, I was frustrated with everybody, counting out Tampa last year's against the Rangers. So I get it, but like I said, I understand a little more now because this is a much different team.
Yeah.
So
next game is still just as important for them.
Yeah.
If they win, and even tonight, like there's still 6 minutes to go in the second. There's a lot of time left. But if they win tonight and they maintain this lead, they've still got to win Game 4 as well. You have to remember that. Yeah.
I just made an NBA draft bet. It's recommended to me from good friend Sammy P over Chicken Dinner. Following them at Chicken X Dinner. Ousmane Dieng under 13 in the first round, minus $1.40. He's been getting some good information on NBA draft picks. So.
Yeah. TB getting no respect. Detroit Lenny. Well, it's just people I think just saw the dominant, and it was sheer and utter dominance, especially in Game 2, that people just all of a sudden just got caught up in Game 2, and they just dismissed and utterly just threw Tampa into the garbage essentially.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. Did I say I was concerned after Game 2? Of course. But never once, and I said this on the Ice Guys show today, never once did I utter the phrase Tampa Bay is done. I never said those 4 words. And I never would say those 4 words, knowing the grit and the resilience and the heart and the character and just the dig down ability of this team. Yeah. It's kind of looking that way, isn't it, Doc? Yeah, first team to win on the road will win the cup. Could be that way. But Game 4 is that key game. I feel more comfortable in Colorado winning on the road still right now than Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So that's why Game 4 is impaired. I still think it's vital for Tampa Bay to win both home games. They have to. And if you're Tampa right now, that's exactly what I like what they're doing. They're trying to throw any puck they can toward the net. Let's see how Francouz is feeling right now. Just coming into the game unexpectedly.
Hey, Ian, Sox up 8-2 now.
Yep, there's the over.
Nice.
That's what I bet in that game, over 9. Yep. I knew Barrios could struggle because the White Sox have a good track record against him. I thought the Jays would do more against Lynn, but that's okay. It got there anyway.
About time the Sox bats woke up.
Yeah. Oh, we got delay of game. I think Colorado. Yep. Sure looks like that. Sure looks like it went straight out. Yep. Yep. We're gonna have a power play coming up here for Tampa Bay. This is an important penalty kill for Colorado because I think at 5-2 you've still got a little breath of life. 6-2 is going to make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
4 goals on the road against Tampa with a period left. That's going to be pretty steep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that officiating that Matthew. I know what you're saying, though. I do think that Tampa's going to get an extra call or 2 here.
I think we're just genuinely seeing frustration from Colorado as well, and their frustration is not so much they're just going to start running people over, but they'll start making mistakes, turning the puck over, like chipping it out and getting delayed games, things like that. That's their calling card when they get frustrated. Other teams, they just start blowing people around, taking dumb penalties. So
yeah, no doubt about it. That's definitely what it looks like we might see here. So here's another cheers, everybody. I've still got lots of beer left. Yeah. Salute everybody in the chat. Melissa, I think, is joining us in the third. At least that's what I think she said. So there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be around for at least a good half of the third. So
yeah. Tampa lost by 1 goal and got blown out first 2 games versus the Rangers. Everyone said Tampa were done, and that's right, Sam. That's right, they did. Everyone was kind of worried. I didn't. Did I say? I don't know if I said that. I know I didn't say that. So that's what you get. You get some cachet, and you get some. We give you a little break when you've won 2 back-to-back Stanley Cups. That's the way I felt.
I'll admit I was concerned for them going down 2-0 because, like I said, how much they played. I'm like, okay, is this the fatigue showing up? And they, like I said, I think the Rangers kind of beat themselves.
Yeah.
Most of those last 4 games that Tampa did win.
Yeah.
This has been all Tampa. This has been a Tampa effort tonight. This is not Colorado beating themselves. This is Tampa playing a game of their lives, essentially. So
we do need it. We would love to see a Tampa Bay power play goal here, though, because I've got a bunch of Tampa Bay power play point props looming tonight. Yet I don't think any of the 5 goals have been on the power play.
No, so you need a goal with a couple assists from somebody, basically.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Power play goal would be perfect right now. Yeah. And they've got all they got the number 1 unit out there right now as well. Oh, wow. That'll get the job done. Corey Perry goal, Corey Perry power play point, and Corey Perry point.
Well done.
You got to be shitting me.
Well done.
6-2.
Wow. Excellent call. Excellent call, Ian.
Holy fuck. Oh, my gosh. That is big time for that bankroll, man. Look, it was never in, and Perry with the fucking garbage after it hit a stick, hit the post, and still stayed out, and then he just banged home the loose change. That's one of the best goal. That's one of the most profitable single goals that I've ever had in the NHL. Seriously. Let's recap.
Amazing.
Let's recap. Corey Perry to score a goal plus 500. Corey Perry to score a point plus 160. Corey Perry to score a power play point plus 320.
Oh, that's amazing.
Holy shit. Oh, my goodness.
That's great.
Whew, I need to cool off.
That's great. You know what? That actually
rewind the tape. I mentioned all 3 of those before the show. People will say, "Oh, I don't that you're bullshit."
You know what? That officially beats my Tampa sweep, Tampa money line, Tampa puck line in the second round now for sure. So I think it's actually more profit overall on that. So well done.
Holy fuck.
Well done.
That's holy shit. I'm counting it up. That's plus 980 worth of winners right there.
One
plus
goal.
980. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't get any better than that. Oh, let's see. Oh, I saw somebody getting stitched up, and I don't know if it's a high stick. Oh, no, a puck to the mouth.
Wow.
Yeah. You think with that giant beard, he wouldn't get cut too bad, but
holy shit! I'm just absolutely it's amazing, 6-2 now. Well, this is what you get with Tampa Bay. They are never out. The resolve is strong. And Killorn, by the way, going to the box. I still got Colorado team. I do have a sizable bet on Colorado team total over 2.5. So we still need the whole period left. Yeah. The problem is we're now at a margin where if let's say Colorado gets stymied till late in the 3rd period, are they pulling their goalie down by 4 or more?
I doubt it.
Doubtful. Yeah. So we'll need Colorado to score a legit goal here, either at even strength or with a power play.
I'll take a shot. Avs minus 115. I'll take a shot for them to score next goal.
Yep, they're going on the power play right now.
There's not going to be doesn't look like there's going to be too many live betting shots from me in the 3rd. The way this is shaping out. So yeah, we're on Avs to score next goal here.
Man, every Colorado power play, I mean, they have looked dangerous. I mean, still, even though they're down 6-2.
Clean, crisp passing, good positioning.
Like they're getting great looks.
Stretching the defense out, not just playing into whatever shape or form the defense is giving them.
Yeah. It's more and more it's sheer good luck and fortune anytime, Colorado doesn't score. Good luck and fortune for Tampa on the penalty kill, that is,
There's a certain Central Division team that I'd like to see play like this on the power play more often.
Yes. Yes, a certain Chicago Blackhawks where that's been an issue for years, getting a PP that looks or I like what Nikita Kashersky called it on Sunday, the peeper. He called it, Look at that. Great chances, great pressure.
Working high to low instead of just trying to go cross ice. There's a lot of things to marvel at with this Avs power play unit.
Yeah, great pressure. Again, they didn't score, but you can't blame that power play. You can't say, they didn't score. It's what a shitty power play. They did everything but score so far.
And that's
11 for 30 in the last 9 games. The power.
That's all you ask for is great chances. Like you said, you're not going to score every goal, but there should be quality chances. You get 5 power plays a game, you should have quality power play chances in 4.
Yeah.
If you're good at power play team.
Yes, and right now they've gotten them on this power play. Yeah. Now it's the second unit out there now. It's a big moment though, still to kill this penalty for Tampa because you give up a goal late in the third. Yeah. Nick Paul looking for another goal there. Good defensive play though. Yeah. Good save, Vasilevsky off Comfer.
It's still high pace.
Still very high pace, yeah. Again, this is kind of Tampa Bay, bringing their absolute all tonight. Great job, no doubt. It's Game 4. They got to bring it just as much because Colorado will be better in Game 4. This is gonna be a wake up call for them too. So I'm gonna I just have to I'm gonna post the recap. I got to post this on Twitter. It's just incredibly.
Yeah, definitely.
This is just incredible what just happened here in this game with that one goal. Everything that just cashed, all the Perry props hit pretty much, and I actually have over 1.5 shots as well with him at even money.
I'm pretty sure that's cash already. So.
Did he have another shot on goal before? I think he did. So he's probably at least 2 now. Let me see. C. Perry. Yep. 3 shots. Oh, yeah. He's got 3 shots on goal. Yep. So he basically swept the freaking Corey Perry props right there.
Right.
And the point prop was what? Plus 160. Yep. That was plus 160 for me with that, and the power play point. I would added that at the last minute. I'm like, maybe a power play. More calls go Tampa's way tonight.
Right, and the fact that he's bumped up with point being out. So that was that's just very well done. Very a very solid read on that spot.
Man, it's a solid read, but it could also blow up in your face. But if it doesn't go well, but man, that is absolutely unbelievable. That is just remarkable stuff. That's plus 980 of money price. That's worth in terms of the price of the 3 winning bets combined. Yeah. Goal plus 500, point plus 160, power play point plus 320. That's plus 980 combined. It's almost 10-1 odds on those 3 props cashing. Wow. And by the way, props to Cheshire Cat as well, who's cashed a bunch of props tonight as well. Let's give him credit. Let me just see what he's got. He's got 2+ points for Kucherov, 1 goal, 1 1+ assist for Stamkos at pretty plus 525. Holy fuck here, Cheshire Cat. Look at these. 2+ points for Stamkos, plus 250. 2+ points, Hedman, plus 300. Victor Hedman. Yeah, wow. You've got a bunch that have cashed already.
Stamkos, goal and assist. Wow.
Yep. Kucherov and Manson. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Oh, that's my go-to now with Kucherov. Yeah.
Yeah, we might actually see a fight in the third period here, possibly. Kind of set the pace for the rest of the series.
Yeah.
Cogliano, is he playing with a broken finger, right? Oh. Always dangerous to see a scrum right along a team bench, too. Oh, yeah, somebody's throwing. It looked like at one point somebody was throwing a punch on the bench.
Yep. Bogosian could fight someone too, because Bogosian has dropped the gloves a bunch of times. Yeah, and Manson's capable of it. Manson's got a tough side of him, courtesy of his pops, his old man, Dave Manson. Yeah, yeah. Dave Manson was a tough bastard back in the day.
Yeah. You guys ever want to watch a good old school scrap? Look up the St. Patrick's Day Massacre of '91 with the Blackhawks and Blues.
Yeah. Yeah, the Stamkos. Yeah, that was the creme de la creme of your props there, Cheshire Cat. Plus 525, Stamkos goal and assist. Yeah, and he got both of them. Great shit.
You think about that moment, that St. Patty's Day, that game. Both coaches would have probably gotten fined up the wazoo because they were putting guys on the ice between changes, and they were having like 7 guys. It was like 7 on 5 and like 8 on 7 at one point in between whistles, and then fight starting out. Like there'd be all kind of fines and suspensions today if that were to go on. It was absolutely interesting how the game has changed, over 30 years.
Yeah, in a lot of instances it's changed for the better. The lack of fights.
You can't have 8 on 7 on the ice between whistles and starting brawls.
No. 6 seconds, by the way, the second period is just about over. So now this is now one of these games, whenever you're talking like a 4-goal lead going into the third, a little more tricky.
Yeah.
What to do in the third period from a live betting standpoint. Even the both teams to score. Like Tampa could park the bus, and Colorado, do they still have that? Wow, if we really come out buzzing here, we can get back into this game when they're down 4 compared to like down 2 or down 3.
Right.
So it's all stuff you've got to try to kind of gauge a little bit. Yeah. This announcer is like, are you talking about McDonough on the ABC? Yeah.
I don't have the sound up to what are they saying?
Sean McDonough apparently said a lot of people thought after the second game this series was. I agree with him there. You're saying he might have thought that? He's right there. He's right. I'm sure there. I know there are a bunch of, because I've seen people on Twitter after game 2 say, someone replied to one of the tweets today, said, you want to bet Tampa tonight, go for it. It'll just be a better price in Colorado for me. So yeah, there were people that thought it was over after game 2.
Now, like I said, I personally think the series is over with, but I also thought Tampa was going to win one of these 2 games at home right from the beginning. So,
let's be honest, they're not fully back in the series yet. No, they got to win game 4 as well.
No. Yeah, this is an impressive effort, but this series is still heavily tilted in my eyes toward Colorado.
Yeah, and we will be here for that as well. By the way, Wednesday night. It could be our last betcast because there's absolutely zero guarantee right now. There's a game 7.
Right.
We've still got a lot of work to go for that, and that would be next Tuesday. No betcast game 5, no betcast game 6 because they're Friday and Sunday. I avoid the weekends, Fridays and weekends. I did one Friday betcast just because, it was first week of the playoffs. I said, we'll do one on Friday. But yeah, generally I avoid Fridays and weekends. People are busy. I'm busy. I'm usually out, on a Friday or Saturday. So, and then Sunday it's just, relaxed day. So that's why that's why there's a betcast this week, Monday, Wednesday, and then we'll be back on next Tuesday, June 28th, if we have a game 7. It's not that crazy, Fireside. It's not that crazy that they gave up 2. That's the Yankees lineup right now. They're just murderous right now. Really. I kind of want to go back to both teams to score. That's the only thing I'm mulling right now. But I don't know. I want to see what Colorado. This might be one of the ones where I wait. I wait until I see how Colorado comes out early in the third. If they're buzzing, then I jump on it.
I still have Avs. Well, no, did that lose now? Let me see.
Plus, we're not getting plus 155 or plus 160 anymore on it. As usual, the third period, both teams is minus like 120 or even money. Get a better price if you wait.
Yeah, Avs next goal. Right, I still have Avs next goal, the 9th goal.
Yeah.
So I have Avs next goal minus $1.15. That might be it for me. Maybe look at taking a shot. I mean, under 9.5 plus $1.25. If you think it's going to just completely slow down, that could be a thing too.
If you really are bold, with because again we've had 8 goals here in the first 2 periods, plus 375, no goal third period.
Yeah, that's not worth it.
No, I find that's too much of a risk there with that. I wouldn't be comfortable. First of all, I wouldn't be comfortable with that bet, and second of all, I feel like I should be getting even more.
Yeah,
especially with the way the flow of the game has been tonight.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been pretty wide open, to be quite honest with you. And Tampa hasn't exactly brought this game to a halt like I thought they might.
If you feel like the Lightning might continue to pour it on, you can lay 4.5 on the puck line plus 170.
I think yes, they did. Braves just walked off the Giants. Makes me happy. I took Atlanta. Happy to see that.
Wolves.
I have I think Big Ragu has a no 9th goal. Oh shit, dog! Really? He took it at 11-1 earlier in the second period.
Oh, okay.
Wow, you have a no goal number 9 plus 11. Wow, big balls, big balls, Ragu 62.
That's a hell of a sweat for the third period.
Yep. Wow.
Jeez.
That's just an incredible turn of events to that Perry goal. That's going to be one of the it's going to be one of the highlight prop decisions of my lifetime. Seriously.
Yeah. Like I said, that's huge. That's huge.
It's just woo. Fantastic. There's absolutely zero way I will not make profit from this game now after that. Yeah. There's no way. And if Colorado team total over 2.5, which I have not a whole lot of I think they will get one in this third, but
let's hope it's the next one. We both cashed.
Yeah. It's funny to see 2 different intermission shows at the same time. It's Levy with the old men there, Messier and Chelios.
When they had, I was listening to it. Some of it, they had Charles Barkley on talking during the first intermission, and he's telling a story about how Chelios and Jeremy Roenick were keeping him out late at night when the Suns and Bulls were playing in the '93 NBA Finals. Yeah, Charles Barkley, huge hockey fan. Been a huge hockey fan for years.
He is a huge hockey fan, and he's a big friend of John Cooper, so he's enjoying Tampa Bay.
Tampa's his team,
I'm sure he doesn't hate Colorado. It's just he's a friend of John Cooper, so he's obviously cheering for Tampa. Yeah.
And Tampa's I guess that's kind of the closest team to his. Well, even though he lives in Phoenix as well, but he grew up in Alabama, so
yeah, he's got some lift for Tampa Bay for sure. So 6-2 here going into the third. By the way, I can't believe I did what I did earlier today, but I actually endorsed and posted a link to one of the clips from First Take this morning with Stephen A. Smith and PK Subban. And it was actually a decent segment because it made Stephen A. look like a fool when it comes to talking about hockey, which is not difficult for him.
Yeah, right.
And then PK Subban just schooling him in terms of why hockey was the toughest sport to win a championship. And just giving all these great reasons, and Stephen A., just trying to retort, and he really struggled. Like, he actually admitted how tough hockey players are, PK Subban. He says, okay, all right, I won't argue with that. He's like, he actually had Stephen A. defeated. Like, it's basically like a UFC fight. He got the knockout punch. He got the submission. Yeah, it was over. Yeah.
Which isn't not too hard to do, like you said. I mean,
yeah. He was trying to fight back and say no reasons that, it wasn't the most difficult championship in sport to play in, but yeah.
Stephen A. Smith talking hockey is like me talking NASCAR.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a great clip because PK just dominated him in that segment. Just won every argument. Yeah.
Oh, great. It's now 8-5 White Sox.
Uh-oh, there's that bullpen. What the fuck is with this bummer guy? Seriously, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? And there's two of the dumbest rules in all sports. There's the three dumbest rules in all sports. Number one is the NFL's overtime rule. That's by far just the absolute worst. And you can actually throw the new college rule in there too. Number two is the man on second, the runner on second in extra innings in baseball.
Yeah.
But number three is this ridiculous rule of having a pitcher having to face a minimum of 3 batters. That is just so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
you took away one of the more interesting positions in all of baseball by having what they call the loogie, the lefty one-out reliever guy, and that's what Aaron Bummer was destined. He could have probably played 20 years and would have been an all-star with that role, facing 1 or 2 batters. But now he's got to face 3 or 4 guys, and all of a sudden his numbers have dipped from where they were in 2019.
Yeah,
maybe
we'll blame La Russa for that, just like White Sox fans are blaming him for a lot right now too. Yeah,
La Russa has no idea what he's doing anymore.
I feel like he's barely breathing in that dugout. He's just staring into space there.
Yeah. When they catch him on I've been watching a few of the Sox. I watch pretty much all the games, but the last few times I've been watching the games from the home cameras, they hardly put the camera on him anymore because when they catch him, he looks lost.
Yeah.
So it's like the producers already said, "Hey, don't put the camera on La Russa anymore during games." Hey, Melissa.
Melissa, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Great time for you to enter. We're talking about how Tony La Russa has no clue as a manager, might have Alzheimer's or dementia or some shit. It's a good time for you to join us.
Fun stuff.
Right.
I wasn't sure if you guys would still be on after this blowout game or if you're still doing some.
We stayed till the end. We stayed till the end, right till the end of the game. Yep. We don't have to probably don't have to worry about overtime. But now that I say that, Melissa, watch it 6-6.
Watch it go nuts. That'd be crazy. I would love that. Because I hate blowout games like this.
Yeah. Not when you can try to make some live bets, though. All of a sudden, it keeps things very interesting. So how are you? Let's ask. How are you? I mean, how are things?
Busy. I got my little one over here who's like half asleep, so hopefully he doesn't distract us. But I'm actually really excited for NHL season to end so I can just move on and get the summer going. And
Same here.
Season's so long. It's just it's such a grind.
No doubt. How's mom life? Noah's asking in the chat, and I'm curious as well. Yeah.
It's fun. I'm on maternity leave till August, so I've been, it's like you never know what day it is. You never know what time it is. Your days go by super.
That's like me in September, October, November, December.
Right?
It's all one big long day. Yeah.
So some days I'm in the chat on the Ice Guys, and the other days I'm running around with my head cut off, chasing my boy. But no, it's going really well. He's already 4 months, so it's pretty crazy that's already happening.
No, that's good. And I see you getting a lot of chances to do video guest spots, which is awesome. I think it's terrific. You've earned it.
I finally have more time on my hands. Problem is when you're working, it's hard to schedule in. So I know I've been doing Joe's pretty flexible with her shows. I think you guys have gone on a couple of times with Joe, or she was on the Ice Guys, right?
Right, and we've done her podcast as well, and both of us are doing it tomorrow.
Yeah, we're on tomorrow with Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 10 guests a day. I don't know how she
I
does
don't
it.
know. Hi, I'm Joe Madden from the Joe Madden Sports Podcast. Yeah, there's my Joe Madden there. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So, but tonight I was on Avs money line. I took them on first 2 games, and I kind of was like, you know what? I feel like if you are consistently riding a team, you got to ride it out.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yep. Yeah,
It's
I'm a
kind of-
ride streaks person. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so-
Yep.
But I think Kemper was a couple of those are really soft goals. I think
He wasn't at his best tonight.
No.
No,
Yeah,
he wasn't at his
definitely.
best. But you can tell Tampa amped their game up tenfold tonight. Desperation time, urgency. Can't go down 3-0. Now the question becomes, now that the streak might get snapped, although as I say, I keep saying might get snapped, watch them roar back here in the third. But let's assume it gets snapped. What do you do in game 4? You come back to Colorado, or do you think, Tampa Bay did this the last round? They won 2 home games after being down 2-0. So you're thinking now in game 4 is a little clouded, I'm sure, a little bit now after if Tampa wins tonight.
I kind of, I said to myself, I thought that it would get split, like Tampa would get one and Avs would get the other. And so I think I got suckered on the Avs because that line kept moving and it was like right almost around even money. And I was like, how could you not bet the Avs at that price?
Right.
So I'm curious to see what it will open at for game 4, especially see what the public will be on. If they'll be all over Tampa and think, they're going to keep riding this out. And this is going to be like the Rangers series. But I don't know. I mean, Tampa's been terrible on the penalty kill. I think that's going to hurt them ultimately here. I mean, they've let up both of the goals were on power plays tonight. So
and even the last power play Colorado had, it was a shit ton of chances. They had good looks, quality looks, and the puck just didn't go in. But they had a ton of great opportunities there for sure to score. And that tells you just what you said, that Tampa's penalty kill just hasn't been all that great here so far in this series. Do you want to join us, Nick Earl? Nick Earl's, and as soon as I see Earl Sports Bets in the chat, he almost always is on the Betcast.
Islanders versus Penguins are playing.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Islanders, yeah. But Nick Earl, let me know if you want to join the Betcast. I'll send you the link too.
Funny story is when we did the first Betcast, I think it was like Nick and I were on, and it was like Penguins versus Islanders, and we all just got like hammered. And Ian, I think we were up to like 2:30 in the morning. And it was like, I had to go to work in the morning and I was just dead.
I'm on my way to getting hammered. Oh, I still got some.
And then a month later, I found out I was pregnant. So I blame the Ice Guys.
Blame you for your strife. Blame us for your strife.
Yeah. That's,
All right, another
that's
swig
fun that you
time
guys
right
are doing these. What, you drinking the Pink Wit?
Right out of the bottle, yeah.
I was drinking a margarita
I'm
earlier.
the only one drinking this. I'm the only one that lives here. So there you go. There you
go.
No roommates?
I don't know if I'd handle it pretty well.
Yeah, I can't do roommates either.
Oh, absolutely.
Although I'd probably never see them because of how many hours I put in working every single day, especially in the fall and winter.
They'd be wanting all your bets. They'd be like, give me what you're on tonight. Then your rent isn't due if you give me the winners.
That's really good though. That's actually very tasty. A summer like beverage, that Pink Whitney.
It's good.
With some serious kick to it, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I just I said, I literally don't know what cocktail you can make out of it.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much its own thing.
Yeah.
It's like
essentially
it's almost,
pink lemonade with a whole shit ton of vodka in it. Yeah.
It's almost in like the Jägermeister category in my eyes. Like you just drink it straight. Although you can make, I guess you can make other shots with Jaeger.
Yeah.
Are they going to be the next sponsor of the Ice Guys next season?
I don't know. But yeah, can Pink? I don't think Pink Whitney can sponsor 2 hockey podcasts, can they?
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true. But yours
now, unless we maybe, Ian, we maybe look at some kind of a moonshine company in the off season.
Yeah, we're looking for more sponsors, all kinds of things. There's lots of things we're investigating currently.
Shout out to Old Smoky Moonshine. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
I've heard of them actually. Yeah. That's fun.
And they have the peaches in the moonshine. So you pour like a couple shots, put it in, mix it with a little champagne, and then take some of the peaches and then drop the peaches in the glass. It's like the perfect Bellini.
I never thought to mix moonshine with champagne.
Oh, yeah.
It's creative, Alex. I like it.
Some might say it's insane, but I appreciate you calling it creative.
Your Are you going to go to any Wild games next year, you think?
Here, yeah, I'll definitely try to go to a Wild game. I'd love to go to get back home and go to a Hawks game at some point too. You'll see how the schedule maps out. It's always weird with the Hawks though because they're usually home for Christmas and they're gone for Thanksgiving. But now with the circus not being a thing anymore, like last year they played on Black Friday, so they may not be home for Christmas this year. So I don't know. Once I think schedule comes out,
did they make that official? Did you see the report on like they're close to hiring a head coach?
Yeah, it's not like Kevin Weeks kind of kicked the tires on that. Hawks
breaking news magnet he's become. Kevin Weeks.
Yeah. But they say they haven't signed him yet. But he's in there. He's like their highest candidate right now.
I never even heard of him. Do you know who he is?
He was like Calgary's assistant with before Sutter when I'm drawing a blank on who the guy they got rid of. And I'm not really happy about it because like Calgary had a lot of internal issues with this regime.
Right.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So,
well, all the media, or at least in Chicago, from what I'm seeing, is they're saying like DeBrincat they're open to trading him and stuff, and it's like you really want to go there.
The only trade that I've so far I've read was DeBrincat to LA. We get Quentin Byfield, Turcotte, a first-round pick, and then a prospect. Somebody else also had that we get 2 prospects and Jonathan Quick.
Yep.
Wow.
Any kind of combination of that, I'd be fine with. But that's it. This whole him going to New Jersey for the number 2 pick is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't trust anybody in that office to draft. So I don't want any draft picks. I want players. If I'm as a fan, I don't want the Hawks having 12 draft picks and they just waste them.
Right.
They can do that.
Exactly.
Melissa, we hit the jackpot with Corey Perry's goal on the power play, the one that made it 6-2.
Oh, did you?
Plus 500 just to score a goal for him, which was at Bet365. Plus 160 to get a point for him. And plus
you were
320
calling that all week.
Yeah,
I
and
feel
plus
like
320 to get a power play point.
I hate Corey Perry though. I think Chester Cat does too. We always troll him in the chat.
Yeah. So, just stuck to my gun saying he's gonna find a way to make an impact tonight. He will.
All right, we go start of the
third period underway. I'm targeting both teams to score, but I'm doing it at hopefully a better price. By the way, with Melissa here, this is what I was going to get to a minute ago. We are going to 100%. It's not even a debate if it's going to happen. It's just a question of when. We're going to do an Ice Guys live on remote and meet and greet type deal.
Oh, that's fun.
There's no question about it. Everything's back to normal now. People are traveling again. People are going places again. It will happen next year, next season at some point. We don't know when yet, but it will happen. We'll get that organized.
That would be awesome. Count me in.
Yep.
So what live bets are you guys on so I could hop in? Are you like third period over? Colorado next goal, which now is at plus money. I got it minus $1.15. I think it's like plus 110. Okay. And that goes in line with Ian's over 2.5 team total of the Avs. Yeah, I joined in on that. I did it over 2.5 on regulation. So I think I got it. Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm missing here is Big Val finding the score sheet because he had his goal taken away from him in the first period.
So that'd be perfect. Video review. Although that was totally offsides, and it drives me insane when people like who don't watch hockey are like all over Twitter, like that was the worst call and the refs won.
No,
it wasn't the worst call, but it was close enough where it really could have gone either way.
That was like, and they just got that in. They were about ready to drop that puck too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I would be honored if Big Ragu joins us on the Betcast Wednesday night when we're on for Game 4. I know he's at a bar tonight. You probably might have been joining us for a bit, but Big Ragu's a legend. Big Ragu's been in the betting circles for 30, 40 years. This is a guy that's been doing his thing for a long freaking time. He's been doing it. No, he's good. He's styling and profiling. This isn't some old geezer in the wheelchair in the seniors home. No, don't age this guy. He ages like a fine wine. So, Doc, if you're able to join us Wednesday night, you're welcome. If you're home, yep. But he's been in our chat all night. He's in a bar. He's a big Lightning guy. He lives in Florida, so he's cheering for them. He loves his Florida State Seminoles. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys are off tomorrow. You're not doing a show.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's been married longer than you've been alive. There you go. It tells you all you need to know. That's good. Yes. Yeah.
Yikes. That's awesome.
Yeah, we do have a betcast game. We have a betcast for sure Wednesday night, game 4, and then we will have one in game 7 next Tuesday if there's a game 7.
That'd be nuts.
Which never say never. I'll feel much better about there being a game 7 if Tampa wins game 4 as well.
It pretty much has to be that.
Yeah. Then you got that feel. Okay, this is gonna be a homer series. Yeah. Then it'll come down to game 7 and be some kind of like tight game or something. Yeah. But we got a long way to go because I know Colorado's gonna be a whole fuck ton better in game 4.
I'm still committed to Avalanche in 5 at this point.
Yeah.
I think I had them in 6 was my initial prediction.
Yeah.
We'll see. This series kind of reminds me of like the Leafs series, just from an over standpoint, where early on all the games were going over, and then finally locked down like the last 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, I was leaning heavily towards the under, and then I think I was at the pool all day, and then I saw the 5.5. I was like, oh no, I'm not touching this. If anything, I'd look at the over. But you got to wonder when this is going to go under at some point.
Well, I can tell you now, I'll probably be right. I've already been 3 for 3 so far this series. I'll be on first period over again in game 4.
Yeah, it's 3-0. Nice work.
Apparently, Sportsnet Barkley did an interview, and I noticed I just heard a faint little bit of it, and it felt like he was slurring his words a little bit. So he's been into the Pink Whitney's and the beers and anything else. Yeah,
and I was gonna say he's a vodka guy. I know that.
Yeah. He might literally be into the Pink Whitney's. Yeah. I feel I'm gonna tie one on a little bit more than normal tonight because tomorrow I have. Believe it or not, well, actually, I shouldn't say I have no shows. I don't consider Joe Madden a show. I'm on for 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, right.
It's like a little brief, little piddly little thing. Other than
I'm
that,
going to be sure to tune in now.
I have nothing at all to do tomorrow. So it's
his
like
hair is going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
You're like, what was the score? They were fantastic. And you'll be like, well, what?
Listen, insider secret. Don't think for a second. I won't speak for Ian, but don't think for 1 second that I have not done shows hungover.
That's when you go off camera, Alex. We know what you do.
I've done national radio hungover, and I had a show. I actually literally got the call to go on air is what woke me up. I think I told you that story, Ian.
Yes.
Yeah. 10 minutes before going on air, I get a call. And, got you on hold for radio. Like, didn't know I was doing radio then. So it happens. Oh,
they're getting close.
Colorado's buzzing right here. Oh, some good saves, Vasilevsky. They missed a wide open net just now. I do need a third Colorado goal, so I'm actually cheering for them to score here. Yeah, for this team total.
So, Niskushkin for the third Colorado goal. That'll just be cap off everything for you, wouldn't it, Ian?
Thank you, Mr. Chicago. Yeah, hit the like button. Come on. Yeah, exactly. We appreciate it. We do these and we need to get the betcasts to be like, if we're going to do betcasts, I'm thinking of doing betcasts right from the start of the regular season, but that's only going to happen if we get more likes, more views, more people joining us.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're going to say, you know what?
I'm always terrible on Tuesday slates.
Yeah.
You always would do Tuesdays.
Well, we might vary it up next
year.
Yeah, we'll mix it up a little bit. It's just
a lot of people.
Yeah.
So a lot of people love the TNT Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So we might do those if there's only like a 2-game.
There are less games, but you at least get to focus more on just a couple of games. We might do what we might do? We might do like a Tuesday or a Thursday the one week with the busy nights. Keep us going, keep us scrambled, going crazy. And then the next week maybe we do a Wednesday or an isolated national TV night type of thing. Yep. Vary it up week by week.
Where's Jimmy been lately?
Jimmy's been working his fingers to the bone with writing. He's been busy with that, especially with Cassidy. Everything that's been going on with him.
And draft coverage for both Montreal and Boston.
Draft coverage. He's working for both sites. He basically told us a while ago, don't count on me being with on the show much for the rest of the year. But Jimmy's not going anywhere. Jimmy's part of this brand. Jimmy's part of this group for as long as he wants to be.
Yeah, I was wondering where
We
he
miss him. We do. He's
Yeah.
good on the show. We miss him. There's a void when Jimmy's not on, but Jimmy will be back for sure next season and beyond. There's going to be some changes, by the way, going into next year. I'm not going to say more than that, but there are going to be some
We
changes.
got a
going
lot
into
in the
next year.
works. So.
Yeah. The only thing that
Oh,
will change is that we will be
changes.
still doing 7 days a week like we've always done.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah,
changes.
you can't
Yeah.
do that, especially because I'll
Yeah.
be back at work and I'll be needing to listen to something when I'm bored.
We're still going to stick to our every game on the board every single day way of doing things like we've done from day one. Yep.
You've had
With
some-
only the one exception is a couple days we had technical issues, and when I was in San Antonio, we had one day I think we had some issues, but we always plan to be on every day during the season when there's games.
Since season 2, we've done every day. I mean, when we first started, we only did 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And I think season 2, when we kind of went solo, is when we started doing every game every day.
Yeah. Like this is our 5th full season. This is our 6th season overall. The first season we started in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. So it's 5 full seasons of the Ice Guys, 6 overall, if you include that shortened season where we started in the playoffs the first year. Hard to believe. Hard to believe it's been 5 full seasons already. Yeah. We were doing content every day on Twitter, on YouTube before it was cool for sports betting content on YouTube. Yeah. Everybody's doing it now.
Are you ever getting on Twitch? Isn't that that's the new thing?
We were trying to do that, and we got to look more into that. That's a possibility. Yeah, it's something that's kind of foreign to us.
That's the new thing that everyone's obsessed with. But
Yeah.
there's ads on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why.
Colorado still buzzing, but still stuck at 2. Yeah. Like this whole third period's been in the Tampa zone pretty much. Yeah.
See, they're over 8.5 yet? No.
Hey, Big Ragu in our chat is sitting on no 9th goal. So this game to end the way it is right now at plus 1,100.
Man.
Plus 1,100.
That's no fun. You better leave the bar. The under is when I do playoffs, I'll bet unders more often than I do regular season. I just it's not fun to watch a game when you're on the under. It's you're not rooting for goals, but you want goals because it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
I can't express just how good a guy Big Ragu is because I've now partied with him twice. A few years ago in Miami in 2019 and just a couple months ago in San Antonio. Great friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, how do they?
That's why I'm hoping he shows up on one of our betcasts one of these nights. Yeah.
Yeah, Melissa, it's funny. I have friends who they'll hang out with me on a Sunday watching football, and I'll tell them I have the under, and they just I'll look up the screen every time there's a point or a first down or something, they just see me just kind of look away, and they're just everybody wants they're all excited. And one friend, she told me, she's like, I hate being with you when you bet under. She's like, I want to hang out with you when you're betting the over, because then
right, it's more fun.
So.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube at this. Yeah, we're gonna look into all that shit next year. It's too late this year to look into that shit, but next
Super
year,
chat
we're
on
gonna do our
YouTube.
research.
We've got a list of things that we're all gonna look at and incorporate stuff. Merchandise. You guys can still buy merch.
Yeah,
Ice Guys at myspreadshop.com.
We're already ahead of the curve because our YouTube channel for the Ice Guys is approaching 2.6K subscribers and counting, and it's always going up. It's consistently gone up from the very beginning. We started doing shows available to everyone again, and we weren't behind the Patreon wall. Ever since then, our YouTube channel subscriber numbers have skyrocketed. Our YouTube channel subscriber numbers were below 1,000 when we got away from the paywall, Patreon, and look at where they are now. They're not only above 1,000; they're above 2,000 and counting. We're on our way to 3,000 and counting. Yeah,
that's awesome. I got my Ice Guys merch, and then my dog's got the bandana.
Yeah. We got dog bandanas. We've got baby gear too.
Do you have baby gear?
Yeah.
Oh, I should look at that then.
Oh, tempted now, yeah.
Yeah, he's growing. He literally lasts I'll buy an outfit and they last a week because he just won't stop growing.
Yeah. We got the small T-shirts. We got the little baby cap, and we got the baby bodysuit.
Nice. I have to look into that.
Much like the Wu-Tang Clan, the Ice Guys are for the children. So.
The Ice
Ian,
Guys,
I figured
the-
you like that reference, Ian.
the Ice Guys, like honestly, people are asking me, how long do you think you guys are going to be doing this for? I think as long as we all want to keep
Guys
doing
want
it.
Yeah. Rock it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah, like maybe they got to wheel me out of my senior's home in 50 years. Maybe we're still doing it at that time. Who the fuck knows? You never know. You never know. If I've still got the ambition and the passion and the want to, yeah.
Yeah, because nobody is talking about every single game. It just doesn't happen.
That's why that's why I bend over. Like I work fucking like my tail off to make sure we do this format because nobody's doing this format. Nobody's doing every game every day. Are you shitting me? Nobody's doing that. We are. I take great.
The only other person in the world who does it, and it might even be, dare I say, a higher accomplishment, is Greg Peterson doing the college basketball every day.
Yeah, I commend him. Yeah, he's a workaholic.
That is
dedication.
Just nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever listened to that. Just listen to a Saturday episode. It's like 4.5 hours. He goes through every game on the board, which keep in mind now with the expansion, that's all what was 390 something D1 teams. It's yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
like
Ian, you're right on
like
pace
a 4-hour Saturday podcast, if I'm not mistaken. Before,
every Saturday during basketball season, those shows are at least 3.5 hours. I think one year was like 5 hours. We had one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, vital information on every single game, which literally involves almost every team when you're talking about college basketball Saturday.
Yeah.
So for us to do that in a hockey form, it's awesome. And like I said, Ian, you carry that through day after day. So I commend you for that.
Colorado, everything but score. I mean, this is actually going to end up being the bad beat category if they stuck on 2 the rest of the game.
Will be.
It's like Tampa's getting all the block shots now. It's like it flipped. Ooh.
Yeah, all of a sudden the shots are not getting the seams and the passing lanes through. Yeah.
And ESPN drives me crazy that they don't put the shots on up there, like on the scorecard.
Yeah.
Big Ragu, are you breathing in a paper bag right now with that no goal plus 1100?
Yeah,
right
Big
now?
Ragu, how are you feeling there? You're hanging on to no goal at 11-1, and here's Colorado just absolutely peppering Vasi relentlessly. But he's
at the bar.
No,
I would be like, no one talk to me if I'm at the bar and I had that.
Leave me alone. I gotta focus. Yeah.
Can you imagine if Colorado pulls the goalie? You'd be like, what are you doing?
That's a TikTok moment right there, potentially.
This is exactly what I was worried about in this third period. Colorado would press. They may not score because Tampa's defending, and Tampa's not in any rush to add to the lead. And that's why I shied away from both teams in the third period, yeah. Especially at minus 120, both teams to score.
Oh, no. Just can't get anything through.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the shot blocking is back for Tampa Bay. All right. It's having a hard time. That was a great save, though. They did get one through, and Vasilevsky made a good save. Look at Perry blocking a shot.
Uh-oh.
Hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Shipping this back and forth. Yeah.
McCarr got an assist tonight. Wasn't that one of your guests' best bet today? I think.
Yes, Curtis Gettig on the show earlier today liked McCarr to get an assist. Exactly right.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good call.
Yep.
I think he got 2 assists actually.
Yeah,
or maybe not. Or 2
he said he didn't have an assist in the first 2 games, but assisting is his game. And look, he's got 2 assists.
He has assists on both goals. Oh, great.
Yeah,
which I'm really thrilled about. I want all the McCarr goals and assists because I got him plus 5-1 to win the Conn Smythe. So should Colorado hold on to this?
5 shots on goal for McInnis, so that cashes the over 4.5. Yeah,
nice.
I feel like I haven't even heard from him.
Yeah.
It's like,
3 shots on goal for Stamkos. There we go. Kucherov was 6, so that cashes easily. Yeah.
You talked about Victor Hedman. I mean, 2 assists and 4 blocked shots tonight.
Yeah,
he's had a much better game. Much better game.
8-5 still for the White Sox, so they're hanging on.
Yeah, there's no duck walk in the 8th. I don't know who's on the mound.
Oh, Big Ragu is current. Oh, both teams to score no, minus 285. Yeah.
He's
Oh, he's
fading
talking
you,
about the
Ian.
current price. Yeah. No, I don't think he bet that. I think he's
We're
just listing what the
discussing.
price is. Yeah. Pretty sure of that. Yeah. I don't. Big Ragu's not the type to. Yeah. Make no mistake about it, Ian. You're doing every game every day, and we greatly thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. Yep. It is. It's fun. I like doing shows. It's never like, oh, geez, we got another show today. Like, I don't think I've ever felt, maybe once and twice when I really feel like I'm dragging a little bit. Maybe I feel that way, but it's very rare. Every day I'm excited about the next show. And by the way, the guests that we have had, first of all, thank you for taking time to join us on all these shows during the playoffs. We've had incredible hockey player guests, current players, former players. Started with Bobby Ryan at the beginning of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and it's continued throughout. And they made themselves available and took time, to join us on the show. We thank them endlessly for joining us, and
How do
they've
you
made the
find
shows
them,
great.
Ian? Do you just like
Just reaching out.
Reach
It's just
out?
reaching out, saying, "Hey, we got a hockey betting show. You want to join?" That's it. Very
awesome.
simple. And the fact that we got that much response from everybody, it's all LinkedIn. LinkedIn's because it's amazing how many people are on LinkedIn. There's a lot of people that say Twitter, not for me. Facebook, not for me. Instagram, not for me. But LinkedIn, because it's like a business type of website, and they want, obviously, their business to thrive or what they're doing after hockey, and there they are. Yep.
Well, that's funny.
I don't know if anybody's got video of the Wolves game right now, which I don't, but apparently Kochekov, who's their goalie tonight, is gotten into a fight, which is something that is apparently he got into a dust up. He skated cross ice in a game with the Wolves earlier this year, and of course we saw him kind of pushing a couple guys during the Boston series.
Who got into a fight there? Who got into a fight? Just a second. Isn't Charlotte Checkers their farm team?
Not anymore. No,
it's Springfield, huh?
They did the the Wolves. The Wolves are now the Charlotte, now the Carolina.
Oh my gosh! How did
and
I know
Charlotte
that?
is now Florida. I don't know. Yeah, that's something that weird happened this past year.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. Apparently, there's been a goalie fight, or at least he's fighting somebody.
Yeah.
But that
doesn't surprise me. Pyotr Kochekov, when Marchand kind of took a swing at him, Kochekov went right back at him like, "Fuck you, man." I know you're Brad Marchand. You're not doing that to me. Yeah.
He's like a maybe like a Ray Emery or a Ron Hextall type.
Right? Yeah, he's got like a little spitball in him. Yeah. A little Spitfire.
Yeah.
A little vigor, a little piss and vinegar, a little vitriol in him. Yeah.
Rest in peace to Razor Ray. He wouldn't stand up for anything. I never forget the clip of him fighting Andrew Peters.
Yeah. Of course. Remember that from Sabres and Senators way back in the and Lindy Ruff and Brian Murray screaming at each other in the
Or even you go AHL, Binghamton and Philly.
Yep.
Where he started a giant brawl. And Neil Little was the goalie for the Philly Phantoms. Skates all the way down the ice and basically does a swan dive over the entire pile. Could have killed somebody, basically flipping over with the skates on. But that was back when fights were really crazy in the AHL in the early 2000s.
And absolutely real deal prime. Ray Emery, rest in peace. I mean, just a horrible tragedy there. With Ray Emery and a good goalie when he was at his best. Like Ray Emery was the goalie that led Ottawa to the Stanley Cup final.
And he finally got his ring with that 2013 Hawks team. Him and Crawford that was one of the best tandems the Hawks had throughout that stretch. I mean, Darling was great as well, but those two carried them. That regular season they had was unbelievable. So.
Yeah, and you know what's sad is he's right from just neck of the woods for me. Like he's Caledonia, Ontario. That's right nearby. Like it's basically 20 minutes from Hamilton. Local guy, just like Cam Talbot. Cam Talbot's from Caledonia as well. Yep.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's interesting. How do you end up from being there to playing college hockey in Alabama? I wonder.
Yeah. We've developed some goaltending talent in this area. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Talbot was at the Jays game last week. He was at the Game 7 for the Hamilton Bulldogs last week too. He's enjoying his off season back home. Clearly, yep.
And they want drunken karaoke.
The karaoke's for when I'm live, or live in person. That is, yeah. That's when I bust that out, like in San Antonio, as Doc Big Ragu will attest to. Yeah,
Okay, Greg.
Like, I was very
Can't wait
good
to see this
at the
guy.
rap karaoke there. It was a lot of fun, and we got some good rap karaoke in there. Yeah.
All right, Calder Cup Finals now tied 1-1. Wolves get the 6-2 win. So
Yep.
now games 3, 4, and 5 will be in Springfield over the week. So
Kadri confirmed back for Game 4. I guess we don't need Peter
Really?
Baugh from Colorado or Elliot Friedman or anybody to give us that news. Matthew Green's got the news for us here.
That's awesome.
Kadri confirmed back for Game
Yeah.
4. I think the fact that he traveled with the team to Tampa Bay tells me they really think he could play in Game 4. So it wouldn't shock me if he's back for game, especially now that they've lost, right?
yeah. And so
Maybe he was good enough to play tonight, but they've won the first 2 games. They've looked so good they didn't want to alter anything. Yep.
So he had, but wait a minute, he had a broken thumb, correct?
Yeah.
So I
I
guess
think so, yeah.
So if they stabilize it with a rod, or a pen or something, that he could, if he's able to grip a stick, he could come back. That's risky though.
Yeah.
You take a slash on that thing.
Well,
Yeah,
power play Tampa Bay.
For him.
I'm trying to see now. How many more power play point props do I have for Tampa Bay that are
Oh,
still
yeah.
pending? I think a lot of them cashed with Perry's goal earlier, which was just terrific. Yeah, Perry from Hedman and Palat with that goal. Oh, there's a good save. Francouz has given up, the 1 goal. That was the Perry goal, yeah. Oh, what a save he just made. Perry looking for a second. What a stop by Francouz there. Now, the question's going to be, no, I don't think you pull the plug on Kemper. Kemper's going to be the starter in Game 4. But he might be on a shorter leash. He might be on a shorter leash in Game 4. I think he's going to start definitely in Game 4, but he might be on a shorter leash.
He was chirping them hard in Game 2.
Yeah.
Should have seen this one coming, honestly.
Yeah. Penalty to Colorado again. Yep.
No, I did not play hockey.
I didn't either. Like, people are saying your hockey knowledge, Ian's outstanding. Yeah, I didn't play a second of hockey.
No, nothing organized. I played some ball hockey. That's about it.
Yeah. Maybe I played a little stick hockey in the playground in elementary school. That's about it. I actually did do that. That's about it. But you are talking about someone that almost every day of his life has watched hockey since he was 5 or 6 years. No joke, 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
1990 or so. So anything 1990 and onward, I have some kind of a remembrance of. Like, I remember people got crazy into the Leafs in 93 when they went to the conference final that year against Gretzky, and Barry Melrose coached that Kings team, and the Leafs had Wendell Clark and Doug Gilmour and all these terrific players, and they lost in Game 7. It was a heartbreaker. The whole area was just so distraught. Every Leaf fan around me was just so upset in 93. And look, I was only an 8-year-old kid, but I remember it. It's amazing how the young memories you have as a young kid stay with you.
Yeah. The first year for me, and I briefly remember when the Hawks made the run in 92. I was 3. I remember, but I just kind of, vaguely remember that. But the first year was the 94-95, the lockout, which is why
Daryl Sutter coached them at that time, did he not? Yeah.
No, well, afterward. No, Keenan led him in 92 and
right.
got fired right after, and then Sutter.
Yeah.
But the 94-95 lockout was big news. And that's how I started watching the IHL, because those games were on ESPN during the lockout. So I started watching the Wolves during that time, because that was their inaugural season, and then watched the Hawks, and pretty much from there on was a fan of both teams.
Yep.
You'd listen on the radio too, right, Alex?
Yep. Yeah, of course, right. Yeah. Up until I was a senior in high school, being in my parents' basement, listening to the big stereo, having to listen to home games because they still want
So funny how that was the thing. No one will ever know.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep. This whole new generation of Hawks fans, they have it so good.
No idea.
Every game on TV. Yeah.
There's been so many two-man advantages like this entire just Stanley Cup playoffs, I feel like.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
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 Lightning plus 300 to score next goal if you think they might cash in there. I don't know.
Wow, that was plus 300 when they had a two-man advantage?
Wow.
No, it was locked when it was a two-man advantage. When it went back to
Oh.
a regular power play, they reopened this 3 plus 300. There's a lot of books will lock everything up with a two-man advantage during this postseason. So
Makes sense.
not really. I mean, just take a shot and boost. Make it. Obviously you got a team to score, I would just make it minus 200.
Yeah.
You know.
They haven't really been scoring. I feel like
right. That's the thing. Yeah, it's not like we've seen that many two-man 5-on-3 goals this postseason of the times we've seen, and there's been quite a few. I mentioned it during the beginning of the playoffs. We didn't see many 5-on-3s, at least I don't think so, during the regular season. We've seen quite a few of them during the playoffs, but I don't think maybe more than 2 of them have cash.
Yep.
So,
it's been a great. That's a great point. It's crazy how many 5-on-3 opportunities have gone by the wayside. Exactly. Yeah.
Kucherov,
a lot of them have
limping off to the
penalty to Tampa. Too many men.
You Canadians.
Was that because of Kucherov getting hurt, or?
Yeah. Oh, it's an empty. Here we go. We've got Bednar pulling Francouz down by 4 with 5:20 to go. Empty net. Oh no, Doc!
He's really so sad.
Doc, oh my God, big Ragu, you're right with your no goal at 11-1. Oh my gosh,
that's sad.
This is bullshit.
I'm trying to hurry up and grab Lightning.
Think you're gonna come back?
Lightning is 400 if it goes through. It's circling and circling. I got it. Lightning plus 400.
Dang. To score next.
Just in case. Yeah, just in case.
That's true. Let me see. Is that still available? Yeah, I'm gonna jump on
grab
that
it,
shit right now. Quick. Yeah.
Ooh, what a save!
Usually they freeze it when there's an empty net. Oh my God, I'm jumping on this. Holy fuck! You're right. Plus.
And you know what it is? On the ABC feed, they don't have it listed as an empty net. They have just 4-on-4, but you clearly see there's 5 guys on the ice. And I think that's why the books haven't shut it down yet.
They're confused.
It's locked now. It's locked now, but I got mine in.
Because they're probably delayed.
I did too. Yep. Plus 450. Yep.
Sometimes you gotta beat the books, and sometimes TV can help you. Because that's what they clearly were focusing on. Yeah, now they've just put the empty net spot on the screen. They did not have that up there.
Yeah,
they left that open.
Yeah. See, look at that. It just went to pulled keeper. They pulled the keeper for a minute on Bet365. That's why I got that in plus 450.
Pulled the keeper.
That's just look. You got to be on top of things here if you're the odds makers. They weren't. Oh, come on, Tampa. Now, I'm cheering against Doc. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, you're right, because that's gonna end the 11-1 for him with no goal. I'm not going to cheer that.
Yeah, but we've talked about how empty net goals are hard to come by the last few years. He's still in good shape.
And they do have to get the next goal. Yep. This has been a big bounce back for Vasilevsky. He's been very good tonight. Oh, yeah. It's looked like the old Vasilevsky a little bit. Not that he was the whole team shit in the first 2 games, but he wasn't great either. Let's be honest. A couple of those goals were like, come on, Vasi let that in. It's been much better tonight. No doubt about that.
Yeah, game 4 is going to be interesting for sure.
This is just like tonight where, we're going to find out if we have a series. Tonight was part 1. We don't have a series yet because Tampa has to win game 4 as well.
Yeah.
Then we have a series. Then there's a real chance Tampa's right back in this and has a puncher's chance again. But if they go down 3-1, I don't see a scenario where they're beating this team 3 times in a row. So it's just as important they win the next game. That's it. That's it for the pull the goalie experiment.
He's back in.
Is back in the net.
Oh, really?
That's like the waving the white flag move right there. Way to go, Big Ragu. That's going to make you very, very happy there. And it pretty much renders the Tampa plus 4. Like they don't care about scoring a 7th goal at this point. Yep.
Can't believe the Avs were held to 2. Definitely was a trap for sure.
Colorado, yeah, I'm starting to wonder. I'm like, what the hell is this 2.5? It's like it's fishy. It's not that it was a trap. It's that they did have chances. They just didn't score enough.
It was on.
They had 39 shots. Like, let's not forget that they had
Yeah.
39. They have 39 shots tonight. It's not that they didn't have chances or got shut down. It's the puck didn't go in for them tonight. Vasilevsky was a whole lot better. Here we go. Maroon was going after Cogliano.
You're so far ahead of us. It's so funny. Alex and I are just stragglers on
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna have
I'm
some,
like maybe 3.
we're gonna have some shit going on now. We've got potentially a fight here. Yes, we do.
Now we're getting the fight.
We do. Yeah. Oh, a very unlikely scrap. Ross Colton and Logan O'Connor. So you got a third liner versus a fourth liner going at it there.
Good
Yeah.
shots too.
Oh, good fight. Both
Yeah.
throwing. Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go.
All right.
All right.
Alex, didn't you bet like last Stanley Cup if there was going to be a fight? Like, wasn't there a prop?
No, I proposed that for years, and then there actually ended up being I think BetUS is like the only book in the world that ended up actually putting that up for every game now. It was like plus 500. I haven't bet it.
At all?
No, I no longer have a BetUS account. Story for another time, but yeah.
Yes.
But hopefully that passes, that transition on. I've been talking about that for years because there's so few fights. You know, the books would make a fortune because people want to see fights, so people would bet it. You know, you'd bet $5 on it, whatever, even at plus 500, and you like enough to see a fight and cash on it. So, and I'll get to find out that might be the first fighting majors. I was saying since 2004, because I couldn't remember another fight in a cup final.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Blue Jays are coming. Oh, what happened here? Oh, 8-7 in the ninth inning now.
Oh,
White Sox just trying to hang on for dear life.
And I don't even know who's closing because there's no Liam Hendricks right now.
It's Joe Kelly.
Oh, Jesus.
And his 10. You're not confident in his 10.29 ERA.
Fucking believe. I thought but you know what? He's not a closer. He's a middle relief guy, and he's been throwing that spot, and he just. Once again, injury. I mean, he as soon as they picked him up, he got hurt. I think like last day of spring training, and he hasn't been right since. So
No,
unbelievable. to waste an 8-run performance, that would just be dreadful.
It's almost like LaRusso's got to be gone if they lose this game tonight. Yeah, sure.
I've been waiting for it at some point. Yeah,
that's a good baseball team, Toronto, with a lethal offense, so they're never out. But still, it's bad when you have an 8-2 lead. Yeah. Are you a White Sox fan, Melissa, or no? Or not much into baseball at all?
Not into baseball. I never got into it. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably have been to more White Sox games than Cubs games.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is
South
odd
Side more than
because
a North Side.
typically people love Wrigley who don't really associate with baseball. It's more of just like a drink fest.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
You don't like that, hey, what do you say the Cubs are going to win today? That little song they do, yeah.
When they won the World Series, I was like living downtown at the time, and I remember I was walking on like the lakefront, and there were so many people out. I'm like, what is going on? And it was the parade, and I literally had no idea.
Come on, Doc, we're rooting you home. I'm rooting for you here. No goal in the last 2 minutes here. Plus 1100.
That's insane.
What an absolute legendary call.
Yeah.
Seriously, there.
So he's coming on Wednesday. You need to meet this.
I hope so. Like I said, Doc, come on. If you're he's out at a bar tonight, so that's why he's not on. But he's in the chat. But no, if you're home or you're around, and you're always welcome, Doc, on the betcasts here.
Oh,
this guy knows a thing or two about how to go about this. He's doing very good with baseball too, because he's on Jimmy the Bag show like I am every week. Oh, White Sox hung on. It is over. Yep, 8-7. Not without a sweat or two, though.
Right.
Oh, Hedman off the bar. Oh, my gosh.
He's sweating.
Oh, my goodness. Doc, I hope you're still breathing, Doc. Big Ragu, yeah.
He's probably getting ready to buy a round of shots.
Power play for Tampa, too, in this final minute. Stop shooting. You've already won. You're going to win the game. You don't need more.
No, we literally just saw the post hit right now.
Yeah.
That's how far ahead you are.
How is that possible?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
why is
wondering,
the
how the
US
hell am I so far ahead of
Yeah, why is
everybody?
it so
Like, yeah.
slow?
I'm watching cable.
Yeah. I'm
That's
not even on
weird.
cable. I'm on the IPTV. And how is this like, yeah.
That's bad.
I know I pay a $25-$30 a month for it, which is, it's worth it though.
Which is wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way less than what I'm paying per month for cable.
Come on, count it down for our guy, Big Ragu. And we'll give him all the props in the world for because he bet this like it was midway or just after that through the second period. Just after Tampa made it 6-2, he bet this. No goal plus 1,100. He's going to get the thing. Big Ragu strikes.
That's amazing.
6-2 final. And we got some shenanigans maybe after the whistle here.
Yeah. Props.
Yep. I think they're going to calm the waters, though. Yep. Yeah, the referee's getting in the middle of it very quickly. Yeah. And I think, they're going to head to the dressing room. Yep. No sense putting up a fight now.
Tampa did what they had to do once again.
Yep.
6-2 Tampa, final score. Tough loss with the friggin' team total for Colorado. Wow. Over 2. I still might bet that again. If it's 2.5 again, I'm betting that again in game 4.
Probably has to be, right?
Yep.
Why would it not be?
Yeah.
I'm curious what it opens at.
Credit to the Lightning, though. And look, Vasilevsky was exceptional and better than he was in game 1 and 2, though, just like the whole team. Stamkos showed up. Kucherov showed up. Palat showed up. Perry gets the big goal.
I'm really confused right there. Were they throwing shit on the ice and Stamkos was waving them off? Or?
I don't. It looked like those thunderclappers that they have.
Okay,
they are.
Why are they throwing that on the ice?
Yeah.
They just celebratory, I guess.
We have a series.
They're like cowbells, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Those little noisemakers, exactly. We have a series, Real Deal Prime, only if Tampa wins the next game, too. I still don't know if we fully have a series yet. We need to see them win game 4.
If Tampa wins game 4, this is obviously it's now a best of 3, but I think someone will win in 6 games. Colorado wins game 4, they go back home to Denver. They ended in 5.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
That's why game 4, and we're going to be on for game 4, which looks like the absolute paramount game of the series coming up on Wednesday night at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. We will be on for potentially our last live betcast, unless there's a game 7 next Tuesday. So we will be on. I think my buddy from Hamilton, Matt Carey, who was a guest on one of our shows, is scheduled to be with us too on the betcast Wednesday night. He said he'd be able to. Big Ragu, there he goes. I'll make it on Wednesday night.
Nice.
The legend, my good friend. You see him all the time on Pub Sports Radio. It looks like you might see him here on our betcast on Wednesday night. So,
Chester, we need you. Where's he been? Chester Cat. He's always in the chat.
Yeah, usually I send him the link because usually he always asks for it. So, and then tonight I send it to him and he doesn't come on. So there you go. I'll send it to you Wednesday night though. That's for sure. All right, we'll wrap it up. It's been a great night, great betcast. Still a profitable night. I was disappointed the team total missed for Colorado, but other than that, we had Tampa first period, the best bet on the Ice Guys show today. That cashed in. The Tampa full game. We got a lot of these props cashed in on both sides, especially on the Tampa side with Gooch and Stamkos, and Perry was the big one. My goodness, the 1 goal, and we got plus 980 worth of winners out of that 1 goal happening. So just great stuff. And Tampa, at least for now, has reason to believe, but they got to win game 4 as well, as far as I'm concerned. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Cheshire Cat, Big Ragu, of course, Ryan C., Matthew Green, Real Deal Prime, goes on and on. All the people that joined. Keith Grondin joined us earlier on the betcast. We thank him for joining us as well. Noah S. in the chat, Dexter, everybody that Fireside, everybody that joined us in the chat, Jojo Rabbit, Earl Sports Bets, Nick Earl, who's on vacation, or else he would have been on the betcast. We appreciate it very much. No question. All right, final words, final thoughts, closing thoughts, I guess, if you will, before we wrap it up. Alex.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa, like I said, they did what they had to do. This was a must-win game for them. They know they could not afford to go down 3-0 against the team with this kind of speed and talent like Colorado. So getting the big win, home crowd giving it to them as well, staying in the game. That's the thing. It's a full effort this time of year. You need the crowd behind you just as much as the players need each other around them. So kudos to them. And Colorado, like I said, no reason to hang their heads low. It was an off night, but they still got things in their momentum, up 2-1. They know at some point they're going to have to go back to Denver for Game 5. So you just got to take care of business in Game 4. And I cashed once again with the first period over. I'll be on that again in Game 4. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the side just yet, leaning toward Colorado. But it's been some great hockey so far these first 3 games, and I'm looking forward to Wednesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Game 4 is huge, and all the more reason, join us. We'll be here Wednesday night for Game 4, 8 p.m. Eastern, our next and possibly last Ice Guys Live Betcast of the season, Wednesday night. Melissa, it's so awesome to see you again. Great to see you.
Thanks.
You light up the room. You're great. We love having you on the Betcast. What did you think of the game tonight? Wrap it up for us.
Yeah, exactly what Alex said. Tampa did what they needed to do. I think, for Game 4, they just need to stay out of the box because clearly, you hear Cooper saying it on the sidelines. I think he was mic'd up earlier, and he kept saying, "Get out, stay out, stay out, stay out." So you know that they're going to tighten up next game as well and try and stay out because that's the only way that Avalanche has been scoring. But they got bodies in front. They were on block shots. They did everything they needed to. I think with this entire series, it's why would you not continue to bet the over here? I think that that's going to continuously be the play. It seems we have good goalies, but we just have great offensive teams that keep scoring. So I'll probably look at the over for the next game. I think I'll stick with the Avs too. We'll see. I might do a little combo play like an Avs money line plus over 4.5 or 5.5 maybe.
This is unbelievable, Melissa, that you made a good point. Every game's gone over, right? 4-3 in Game 1, 7-0 Game 2, 6-2 tonight. Every game's gone over 6. I'm seeing the opening total for Game 4 at a couple books now for Wednesday night. 6 shaded to the under.
Really?
There's been no adjustment. None.
And it closed at 5.5 at some books too today. So
yeah, absolutely. You guys made my night. Salute my guy Ian. That's just class, Big Ragu. We love you, man. I do because I know this guy personally. I've hung out with Big Ragu twice before on Pub Sports Radio excursions. Miami 3 years ago before the pandemic, and then San Antonio just a couple months ago. And Big Ragu might make his Ice Guys Live Betcast debut on Wednesday night. That's reason right there to tune in. If you join us on Wednesday night. But yeah, great night. And Melissa, I don't even have to ask. I think you're going to be on the over now that I'd mentioned that it's 6 shaded to the under in Game 4.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, why not?
I might bet it now because we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think that's probably what I'll look, and then I'll see what did the Avalanche open at. Do they have sides yet or no?
Minus $1.
Colorado minus 115. Minus 110, minus 115. Actually, they just went to slight road favorite. It opened minus 110. I'm seeing some books move to minus 115. So some early Avalanche money.
If you like Tampa Bay, I'd bet that now. If you like Colorado, wait until game day.
Yeah.
That'll flip for sure.
And yeah, we're looking at over 6 minus 105, under minus 115.
Yeah.
So it's actually slightly juiced to the under. I am shocked by that. No adjustment at all. I thought maybe we'd finally see 6.5. That's what I thought it would be.
Oh, you know what? And that's the thing with a day in between. You might want to grab 6 now. We may see 6.5 by puck drop.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, what else can you do with the total? I mean, I understand people want to be proactive. That hey, we're going to get a tight game at some point, but I don't know. I've not seen evidence of a tight game at any point in this series. I've seen 7, and I've seen 8 goals. In the first 3 games, and total still 6. So
I'd probably look at over Game 4, but if Tampa wins, then that's when you start hitting under Game 5. Even if Game 4 flies over, let's say it's another 6-2, 6-3 kind of game.
Yeah.
But once it goes back to Denver,
5.
and 5, 6, and 7, where we might start to tighten up, and that may be the value to come back and start hitting unders.
Well, it's kind of like the Leafs series. I think the first 5 went over, and then the last 2 went under. Or maybe it was last
Game 6 went under, and I think
Game 6 went under, and definitely Game 7.
Game 7 went under. So I think that these teams are similar. I think that the Avs are a similar scoring team to the Leafs. So.
Yeah. By the way, Charles Barkley did an interview. He didn't do a full segment like he did with ABC, but he did an interview in the intermission with the Canadian network as well, Rogers Sportsnet. That's when I said it looked like he was drunk a little bit, slurring a little bit,
boy.
Which wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
Barkley's having a good time, just terrible. Charles.
Was he on the Avalanche tonight? Probably.
I'll tell you what, the Inside the NBA show is fucked without him because he is the heartbeat of that.
Yeah,
No,
he is.
TNT's got a good thing going, but he is so much of why it's good.
He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Kenny Smith and Shaq and Ernie's a great host, but
Yeah.
when Charles Barkley retires, and he's been threatening that now for like a year or two, he's going to retire from that in the next couple of years. That's a big hole to fill,
Yeah, it
a
is.
big void and big shoes to fill. There's no question about that. So 6-2 Lightning, that is a final. 2-1 for Colorado in the series. Game 4 Wednesday night. That is our next live show, by the way. There's no Ice Guys tomorrow. We will be back Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Topher Scott, the founder of Hockey Think Tank, will be joining us on Wednesday, and he'll help us break down Game 4 on Wednesday. And then, of course, our live betcast at 8 p.m. Eastern for Game 4. Looking forward to that. Great stuff. Hit the like button on the way out. We appreciate everyone watching, everyone that joined us tonight. We thank you very much. For Alex B. Smith, Melissa Cunningham, great to be with them. Ian Cameron, have a great Monday night. We'll see you for Wednesday. Double dip of the Ice Guys. Daily show 2 p.m. Eastern. Betcast 8 p.m. Eastern for Game 4. Presented by the Hockey Podcast Network. Good night, everybody.